Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So do we start? Yes. Thank you. Actually, for a few days, my normal system software and all that are not there. They are all packed. So for this week, we will have the class in a normal Zoom. No software, nothing. But we cannot cancel our classes. Work is going on. It will take, yes. Hello, 𝐂𝐦𝐻𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐭. Hello. So work is going on. It will take some time. But by that time, my software and all that are not ready properly. We will be having the class with the normal Zoom. Okay. Sorry for inconvenience. But then it will take around 10-15 days to make it ready. We are trying our level best to do the things by 10 days. But let's see. And during this time, we cannot have a class in the evening. It will be only in the morning. Because once the laborers and all that comes, then to manage them is not a normal task. Okay. Anyhow, our schedule is only in the morning. Just on Saturday, it is afternoon. But I think this coming Saturday, we cannot have afternoon class. Later on, we can have. Okay. The last thing, when we did the first case study, which was relating to airline industry, that was actually the, you can say, material or pre-seen material from the ACC exam point. Now, this is the pre-seen material from the Cima point of view. Doesn't matter because which industry they will be giving in the exam. For Cima, they have published. They are 5-6 days earlier. Very good. For ACC, they will publish, as we discussed in the first class, around 20th of November. So before that, you don't know which industry and all that they will be giving. Once the pre-seen material will be there, we will be able to study based on the pre-seen material. So now when the Cima Institute pre-seen material is ready, It is just that it is in terms of pages double than ACCA material. ACCA material will be 10 to 15 pages. Cima material is around 25 pages. But in both the cases, whatever in the material, Preseen material, nothing is going to come in the exam. It is just giving you the filler. It is just giving you the details of the industry, their products, their business model, some financial information, some newspaper clips, articles, some issues in the industry that they give. And then based on that, they will be asking questions in the exams. In case of Cima, they have given the PL account, balance sheet, very detailed. The PL account of the main company, which is our case study, and the competitor financial statement, all are given very detailed. In case of ACCA, they are not giving that. They are only giving the charts, graphs. Maybe in the exam, they will be giving you financial statement, and they will be asking you questions based on those financial statements. Actually, based on financial statement, they ask questions at junior level. You can say in Cima, management case study and all that. And in ACCA, based on exactly financial statements, they ask questions in SBR. They ask questions in other subjects. But indirect use of financial statement will be there. When we are deciding anything, any project, whether we should go for debt and equity, what is our current structure, what is our interest coverage ratio. If we are thinking of any new investment, then what is the current ROI, whether in the new investment we will be getting that ROI or not. That is indirect application. There is no direct questions that you analyze the financials, calculate the ratios and explain the facts, not that. That's an indirect use. So when the Preseen material is given, we should be ready with our ratio calculations. In the exam, you don't need to show the ratio calculation. In the exam, you will be straight away, what I should say, whatever ratios you have calculated in advance, you will be using that. Now, it is not essential that everywhere you will write the ratios and all that. Wherever it is logical, wherever you find that the ratios should be used to explain your concepts, then you will be straight away writing those ratios. The Preseen material is given in advance. The reason is that students should be reading the Preseen material 2-3 times. And in the exam hall, even though the Preseen material you can open, but you will not get that much time to open the Preseen material, read the stuff, and then write the answers. So the Preseen material is giving you information about the industry. Which industry will be there in the exam? For Cima, now it is fixed. For ACCA, we will come to know at around 28th of November, as I said. By that time, our job, whichever is the case study, whatever is the industry, we need to prepare different types of questions, improve our writing skills, submit answers in the class, which I will start from now onwards. And I will check, I will evaluate, I will guide where you can improve so that you will not face any problem, whatever questions comes in the exam. As I said from the beginning, it is not based on any particular subject or any technical knowledge. Some basic areas, as I said, valuation, funding, or maybe foreign exchange risk and all that are there. That we will discuss also. But then it is open-ended exam. Most of the question, there is no fixed answer and nowhere written. It's just your issue, your way of thought process, how you will be explaining your answers. Okay. So don't take tension that it is for ACCA student, it is a Cima case study. The earlier was a ACCA case study. That is not relevant for Cima. Doesn't matter with all this. Because anyhow, you cannot prepare maybe in 2 months, 50 case studies. You need to start with a particular case study, go into detail, analyze the business situation, think that what should be the correct solutions for those problems or issues, whether we should be capitalizing on the opportunities or not, which are coming in the business, giving your peace of mind, your thought process in a logical manner. That's the case study exam. So it is not that the students are together to save time and all that. When I'm doing something, then it is beneficial for every student. Whether it is an ACCA student, whether it is a Cima student, doesn't matter. बिकॉज किसी के भी क्या केस स्टडी आएगी वो मालूम नहीं रहता है. अभी आ गया तो अपने उसके ऊपर फोकस कर रहे हैं, उस पर ज्यादा डिटेलिंग करेंगे. आप एक केस स्टडी के बारे में अच्छे से सोचोगे, you will make plan your answers, you will do research, you will be using different technical parts of the syllabus, writing answers, आपको फीलिंग आएगा। तो जो भी क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम्स में आपके केस स्टडी के ऊपर आएगा, आप उसको अच्छे से डील कर पाओगे। ओके, नाउ this Preseen material is about a company which is manufacturing and selling the automated warehousing solutions. It's not only automated warehousing, they are in the business for quite a long time. And earlier they were offering the solutions, not so much automated, but warehouse solutions. What type of equipments, what type of products we should be using in the warehouse so that we can do our work efficiently and productively. We will be able to save time. We will be able to move items in the factory, in the warehouse from one place to another easily. We should be able to deliver our product and services to the customers when they demand. And it should be less painful. How can we manage all this system so that we can run our entire business or supply chain efficiently? Now, whether you purchase raw materials, whether you store raw materials, whether you sell products to the customers, whether you have different departments, divisions, moving products from one place to another, you require a proper infrastructure arrangement by which you will be able to do your operations effectively and efficiently. So what is the job of this company? Is to help the organizations in this solution, is to help the organization to give better solution in this area. When the clients are satisfied, when the clients, the customers to whom we are offering our products or services, which will help them to manage their business activities in warehouse, factories, delivery, taking delivery from suppliers and all that, efficient, then the client's cost will be reducing to do the business. The clients will be able to be more perfect. The clients will be saving time and money. Because of that, the clients are ready to give us revenue. Yes, they are providing consultancy also. If somebody is not interested in buying the product or services, want to develop on their own, then this company is giving them the consultancy also. So I mean to say that we are in automated warehousing solutions to clients. The clients are getting benefit by reducing their cost, by doing their business in much better way. And for that, the clients are ready to pay us. That means us means the case study company, the name of the company, Rober, whatever, which are limited, you can see. So we are getting revenue because we are giving satisfaction to our customers. And the way we will be able to give satisfaction to our customers, that will decide our business fortune. How much satisfaction, which type of customers, what type of problems they are facing, how we can give that solutions, that will decide our future success. That is, you can say, what we are doing. Now, if we go specifically in the Preseen material more detail, then in that case, they are saying that earlier they have a factory which was in T limit, money at a place, T country. Later on, when the information technology IT developed, then we thought that we should be giving solutions more and more based on technology, advanced automation solutions. So we shifted our normal, which is we have not yet stopped. The normal product and services which we were producing earlier, that we have shifted to a place where the cost, where the laborers are cheap. And we have the place where we were doing the business earlier, the factory. That factory we are specifically using for producing, for developing automated products. So we have divided our business production activity into two parts. One is the basic thing and the other one is advanced one. The advanced one is more and more use of robots, information technology, software, AI, machine things. That is more and more in the advanced one. But the old traditional system is still we are running. Because maybe there are clients who are not interested in going for so much automation. Or maybe there are clients who are still feeling that the traditional system is much better. And maybe the company is getting adequate revenue from that traditional product selling. For that reason, maybe we have not yet stopped and we have shifted our operations relating to traditional product development at another place called D. But the old factory is fully automized and they are producing the products which is on demand in the market. Now there may be question, because without getting the further information, but there may be question, why not we focus only on the automated products? Why we should be still offering the old products and all that? There are many pros and cons, but maybe some further information on that required. And maybe there are customers who are at small places still using the non-automated products, but the advanced one are using more and more the automated products. So maybe to serve the same customer at different sites. Or you can say that nobody knows what will happen in future. So we need to be ready, because there may be problems with the IT, with the technology that is not in our control. Like there may be problem of Corona. There can be problem of any IT related thing. So why to stop the operations? Why not to continue when we are doing this for a long time, so that in case of problems we can manage? That is the issue. Maybe they are doing is still both the things. But this is an age where normally, if you suppose, I will say that suppose there is a work going on in house. So many things are there. We want that everything should be automated. We want that everything should be done very fast. Whether it's a painting, whether it's a furniture work, whether it's a IT work, any work. I want that it should be done very fast, done professionally by use of machines or artificial intelligence. I want that. But then we need to understand that there is a limitations to what we can do with the IT and information technology. Human intervention is still required. Maybe the humans are required less, but then those who are required to do the job are more knowledgeable, more skillful, more having engineering quality. Then only the work can be performed. And then only the precision, or I will say the quality assurance will be getting. So they are running both their factories. Now, in the Preseen material, so many technical terms are used. I'm not saying that we should not be going into this type of machine, conveyor belt, horizontal cruiser, vertical, this, that. लेकिन उसको basic समझना है, because we are not engineer. So in the Preseen material, there are many places where the explanations are looking very technical, that can be understood by an engineer only. For that reason, I shared yesterday 2 videos by analyzing the industry and in this industry, who are the companies who are famous. So I found that Amazon, and there are 2-3 companies, the Honeywell. So, and their video is very easy to understand also. So to go into technical knowledge or engineering type of knowledge, robots कैसा होता है नहीं होता है, for that reason I gave 2 videos. Now don't go into so many videos. You are not going to become engineer, neither mechanical, neither the other engineer. हम लोग का केवल काम है थोड़ा सा फील आ जाए कि इंडस्ट्री में काम है होता कैसे है, how the robots work, that what type of robots are there in the market. Because as in the video it was saying, if anybody has seen the video, that suppose I am doing online shopping and I am ordering a particular material online. मेरा तो काम हो गया, ऑनलाइन कर दिए, जीपीएस अटैच हो गया, मैसेज फोन में आ रहा है कि मटेरियल आपका कहाँ है कहाँ नहीं है, व्हेन आई विल बी रिसीविंग द मटेरियल. लेकिन क्वेश्चन ये उसके लिए तो बहुत सारा प्रोसेस है. There is a manufacturer, there is a, what do you say, warehouse, where the order will be placed. If it is not manufactured, it will be manufactured, transport from one place to another. So many things are there. That video is explaining. We are as a consumer asking something online, and online shopping is very common. But then when you are receiving the material, it's a whole lot of process. And that includes this type of arrangement. That includes moving the goods from one place to another within the warehouse, and then you as a customer receiving the material as soon as possible. So this e-commerce age, or where the people are more and more concerned with doing the job sitting in home, not because of corona, but we want everything, whether it's a vegetables, whether it's any clothes, whether anything you want, that you should be getting by sitting in home. And these companies, big warehouses are there. Not only Amazon, so many companies are maintaining big warehouses where different types of products are there in racks, and then they need to be transported so that you will be getting that product. So it's an important solution. It's not easy. And that type of solutions these companies are providing so that we as a consumer get satisfaction. And at the same time, the companies who are making different types of products, medicine company making medicine or food items or anything, because we need to understand that those companies cannot survive if they don't have the help of these companies who are giving them the automated warehousing solutions or non-automated solutions. Then only we as a consumer will be getting our products or things, whatever we have ordered, in due course of time. We will be able to fulfill our needs. Otherwise, not possible. So, some technical language mentioned in 3-4 paragraphs, I understand. That technical language which is mentioned in 3-4 paragraphs, we need to read, but we need to correlate that to technical understanding with the videos which I shared with all of you. If somebody has not seen, many of you, because I shared very late, maybe after the class you can go through those 2 videos. Then in that case, you will understand all those technical stuff which they have written. Then comes, if we go into strategic analysis of this industry, the strategic analysis means in this industry, how they are going to affect by external environment. Yes, okay, thank you, Sudipta. In this industry, when we analyze the external environment, internal environment, what type of risk the industry can face, our company can face, what are the opportunities we are going to get. We can do some SWOT analysis of this industry. Why we will be doing this? The internal analysis, external analysis, SWOT analysis, risk analysis, the different types of which we say as a strategic analysis. The question is not going to be asked in any exam. Write SWOT analysis about the company or industry. Right? There is not like that. The question will be based on situations, some issues, some write-up, some board discussion, some other opportunities coming. And then you will be writing your answers based on your practical common understanding. Those practical common understanding will be relevant in every question. Whether it's a 3 question, whether it's a 3 question different parts, ABC and all that, doesn't matter. एक कॉमन जनरल एनालिसिस आपको करना होगा इंडस्ट्री का, जिसको आप हर जगह यूज करोगे. At every place you will be using in your answer. Because otherwise we will think that what I should write. I'm not getting the feeling कि मेरे को यहाँ पर क्या लिखना चाहिए, क्या नहीं लिखना चाहिए. तो एक नॉर्मल एनालिसिस गूगल, चैट जीपीटी, ये सब से लेकर मैंने किया है, जिसमें आपको पूरे इंडस्ट्री का एक फील आएगा कि ये इंडस्ट्री क्या है, कैसे ऑपरेट करती है, इसमें स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस, अपॉर्चुनिटीज और थ्रेट्स क्या है, देन इसका एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट कैसे चेंज कर रहा है, इंटरनल इफिशियंसीज, इंटरनली क्या कंपनी को करना चाहिए जिससे कि बेटर होगा, और डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनालिसिस डन. That will be used in our entire batch till the time we are studying this case study. ये continuously काम आएगा. But this analysis cannot be done overdone. That I can go on doing this analysis and I can go into detail of Amazon or Honeywell and all that, go into their websites and all that. Limit nahi. Because then it will never over. To a certain extent, to a limited extent, we need to do the analysis. That I have done. I will not advise that you go on the Google and YouTube and everywhere and you start doing only research only. आपको थोड़ा बहुत करना है, you can do. I'm not stopping. But उसके बाद हम लोग क्या आना है? What type of questions will come and how we will be able to answer those questions. But for answering those questions, a basic analysis of the industry is must. So with that, I have prepared some notes based on this industry. Not talking about our specific company but then whatever is written are very much related with any company in this industry. इसमें क्या होता है, नहीं होता है, इनका स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेस क्या है, एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, what are the types of risks they are going to face, what type of opportunities they are going to get, how they can capitalize on those opportunities, if the risk or problem will arise, how they can manage, what is happening in this industry. क्या इश्यूज है, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है, उसको मैंने यहां कवर किया है. हम लोग वो एक एक चीज को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. And then we will be discussing from the Preseen material, the financial part, the fair price detail which they have given, or some of, I can say that in the end, some newspaper clips or newspaper articles, 3-4 articles are given. What is the purpose behind that? And while discussing these, getting a feeling what different types of questions can come in the exam. Not exactly the question scenario and everything, but discussing what different types of questions institute can give in the exam. Sorry. So the first thing done by me is actually the introduction of this type of company, that they are developing the automated or non-automated system, since our company is developing non-automated system also for management of warehouse, factories, goods which are kept at different places, products which are kept at different places, to transport those products, helping the organization. We are not transporting company, but the products which we are selling, products which we are offering, will be used in the transportation activities, will be used in moving the goods from one place to another efficiently, in less time, and without any accident, with less problems, at the same time saving the energy also. That is our job. That is building solutions for warehouse in the world, not in one country, everywhere in the world. That with the help of hardware, software, which we are developing, we are selling to the clients, and the clients are using that for management of their warehouse and the factory. As I said, in our case, we are with the traditional and the non-traditional model both. That is advanced model both. But you must have seen in the Preseen material, the competitor is not offering the traditional model products. The competitor is offering only the automated products only. You can say in our case, there are two factories, one factory each for automation, the other factory is non-automation. Maybe in some of the organization, one portion each for developing the product, another portion for developing the software. Because hardware, software, both combined, then this business can run. Along with the hardware, we need to offer the software also. Then the client will be using them for development of their business. So it is combination of hardware and software. And when you refer some Google Chat, GPT and all that, then you will find that these companies are functioning in two ways. One area where they are developing the products, where they are doing the engineering and the physical part. And the second area where they are developing the software. And then the hardware and the software, both are sold to the customers to make their operations efficient and productive. how they are, and this type of industry is very much concerned with what I should say. This type of industry is very much concerned with sustainability. We need to develop the products which are energy efficient, which are not using, I will say, coal, fuel and all that, oil and all that, because we need to conserve the environment. And at the same time, they should be energy efficient also. The wastage should reduce, because we have a responsibility for ourselves also, for our customers also, that we focus on environment-friendly product development. If we do that, then in the long run, we will be able to survive. We need to provide efficient energy-saving solutions to our clients. That is, so many information technology or AI thing has developed, where a big machine can be run with just a small consumption of power, with electric also, or with so many other alternatives. So that need to be, because it's an industry where technological advancements will be taking place regularly. And we need to be at the forefront of using the technology. We need to develop the products which others cannot. Then we can increase our market share. We can develop our products to satisfy the customers in much better way. As I said, in real world, like there are many companies, but the major, after doing the research, one is Amazon Robotics, which is formed by taking over 𝐂𝐕𝐢𝐝 systems. Now, we can go into why Amazon taken over 𝐂𝐕𝐝 systems, what price they have paid, when they have to, what was the synergistic benefits and all that, that we can do. I've not done that. But when Amazon Robotics has taken over 𝐂𝐕𝐝 systems, and then they named it as Amazon Robotics, that is very famous in the world as Orange Robots. That is one of the prominent example of robotics use of AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning in this warehouse industry, warehouse management system. This is very famous, and Amazon is using in their own warehouse also. And at the same time, in the cloud warehouses, they are offering these products. That is, when the Preseen material is written, definitely it has been written by referring to these types of practical companies. But as I said earlier, they cannot use the exact name. But in exam, when you are writing your answers and you use a practical example from the practical life, you will be getting extra marks. Because that means you are not hollow. You are saying sense. You are explaining the sense. You are using the practical examples. So we can say that these 2-3 companies are there. Honeywell and all that, those 2 videos I have given, and the video link is given here also, that we can understand how these companies are functioning. What are their supply chain, how they are developing their products, how the robots are used in moving the products and parts from one place to another, how they are managing their business activities. That is shown in the video. Those are the examples. Now from here, there are 4-5 things I have covered. One is SWOT analysis. One is external analysis. External analysis done based on the 2 model. One is PEST. One is Michael Porter 5 forces. Then the risk analysis. Then the internal analysis. Those are the 4-5 things I have done about the industry, which will be helpful for writing a good answer. So पहले इसी में बात करते हैं SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. In any business, strength means internal. Weakness means internal. It is already there. And opportunities and threats are coming from external world. So we can say SWOT analysis is actually internal external analysis only. Strength and weakness analysis is internal, and opportunities and threats are external. There are 2 parts. Strengths and weakness is internal. Opportunities and threats are external. Strengths means something I can do very well. Strengths means something which I have done in the past and I am successful. Strength means there is something within me because of which I will be able to capitalize on opportunities in future. Weakness means in some areas I'm not good. Weakness means in some of the areas I did in the past, but I received failure. I was not able to achieve the success. Those are called weaknesses. Now, if we do the strength and weakness analysis of our company, then the strength is, it is a very old company, established since what? From which year the company established? If anybody read, I am also forgetting because मैंने भी 2 बार read की, याद नहीं. When the company was formed? Anybody remembers?
The 1952.
1952, मतलब 70 साल. 70 से भी ज्यादा है ना?
And got listed in 1971.
Yes. So they are a very old company. When somebody has so much experience and knowledge and all that, then we can see that their brand, goodwill, image, the number of customers they have served, and maybe any type of problems which they have faced in the past, they have been able to overcome. So it's a good brand. It's a very long-standing company, having a history of around 70 years of establishment, 70 plus. It's already listed in the stock exchange. They have how many persons working in different departments, total employee strength.
The department wise was not given, but
Yes,
their
yes,
new plant is
never it will
having
be given.
7,000 in new plant and 5,000 in old. Total
So 7 plus 5 in total 12,000 employees we have, which is not small. So we one second. Yes, hello. Hmm. Just that key, I will advise, since this is not a normal software I am using. So chat thoda kam, because nahi to if I am opening so many things on the screen, because now I am not using 3-4 machines. Normally I take chat on another machine, the normal system on another machine, then my video from another machine, then all come together and it looks very good. At least for me, maybe not for the student. But here in one machine, in one laptop, if chat also, if all the student detail participants also, video also, then where I will be able to see the screen. So for that reason, thoda chat kam karna hai. In place of that, anybody wants to say anything, you can unmute yourself and you can say. Huh? Because नहीं तो chat देखने में बहुत problem हो रही. Sorry. Just bear with me for around 7-10 days. You can chat. I can see that you have chat something, but still सबको खोलने से सब छुप जा रहा है. I mean to say I am facing problem which I will open, which I will not. And anyhow, I don't have habit of using normal Zoom. I have the habit of using my own system. Change is the only way which I always say that we should be using. So I also bound to change the system, and because we cannot have can't do that. We cannot have a class for 20-25 days. The whole work will be going on for that much time. Okay, sorry. So what I was telling that we have 12,000 employees. We have separate research and development department. We have customers from different parts of the world, different types of industry. We are offering the products and services. We are a listed company, so whenever there is any requirement of funds, whether internal, external, whether shares issue, whether taking loan, we will be in a position to raise the funds. And since we are there in the business for more than 70 years, then we are providing efficient, effective solutions to our clients. The efficient and effective solutions is prime importance in this industry. Because in this industry, if we are not able to satisfy the customers, in every industry, but specifically here, because we need to serve them with our product or services, which can help them in managing their operations, in managing their warehouse, efficient and productive manner, by offering our automated and non-automated products depending upon the requirement. So the strength in the industry, that helping the clients in product developments, in designing, or maybe selling the products which will be giving them efficiency and productivity in their warehousing and their operations. That will be bringing accuracy. Accuracy in terms of moving goods from one place to another, providing to customers. Like you must have seen in the video, Sudipta, it was saying that when Amazon uses Amazon robotics, then the accuracy level of the quality is 98.certain%, 99%. That means there is no chance of defects. By use of robots, there is no chance of defects. At the same time, there is no problem of fatigue and all that, because human beings are not required to work. They have limitations. But when the AI and machine things will be used, then in that case, no question of fatigue, no question of wastages, efficient product development, that will help the company or the industry to become, the clients are becoming more and more accurate. And the clients are saving cost. They are saving their expenditures. Maybe the initial cost is, I can say many times, will be high. So you can see that this is a weakness of the industry or weakness of any company in this industry, that initial high costing. Whenever there is any client involved or engaged or interested in developing the automated warehouse system solutions, then initially the training cost, the installation cost, the cost of the project will be very high. But in the long run, when we do the NPV analysis or the cost benefit analysis, then we find that maybe the initial cost is high, but the total benefits by implementing the system will be greater. But then when you estimate something is going to happen, then estimation is an estimation only. There is no guarantee that it will arise. So first of all, the one drawback of this industry or the system is high initial cost. I can say that one drawback of this industry or problem is complexity also. That hardware, software, usage of that, if any problem arises, how it can be dealt with. Whenever something is based on AI, machine learning, then the problem arises that whenever there is any default, whenever there is any problem, or maybe a new thing installed, then the problem arises with making understand to the people. Any times whenever any problem arises, then the maintenance and downtime. If there is any problem, like we discussed in the class also, that suppose nowadays many persons are doing so much automation in the house. When the automation is done, and if there is a problem at one place, the entire house electricity will be affected. Until the time the person is not coming who installed the software system, you are not able to use your resources. So when robotics automated system is used, the problem at one place will affect the entire solution. Till the time it is not rectified, We will not be able to use our operations. So that is also a, you can say, weakness of this industry, or for R also. You can say that in this type of industry, rapid changes will definitely always be happening. We can't stop that. And if you are not up to date, if you are not accepting the changes in the technology, first initial subscriber or like that, then because of that, your product and services becomes obsolete. It's all over. And then you will not be able to survive. So it is an industry where regular development, regular research and development, regular use of technology is essential. We can see that the whole world is e-commerce, e-buying, e-selling, e-payment, e-everything, e-delivery. And this...
So one problem of this industry which is not addressed in the industry section as well as in the company section is the location of the warehouse. That is a major challenge. If you know, right now, Amazon has set up their local delivery center in near to Kolkata in Dankuni.
Yes.
In Dankuni. They have acquired a huge space and the space is taken on lease, and they have created a distribution center, not the warehouse center, rather distribution center. So this is the major challenge of the warehousing industry or the industry that they are targeting for, which is not addressed in the entire, the first section, which is covering the industry, and the second section, which is covering the company area. Along with that, there are certain other things which is not covered over there. That is the seasonal changes, economic cycle, and the trending product. For example, seasonal changes, if you are supplying the winter wears, then how you will deal with that, that is not covered in that section. Second thing which is not covered over there is the economic cycle. In every country, including India and overseas, they use the policy they are implementing. Every time they are implementing new policy based on the changing scenario. So on that changing economic scenario, the customer, how the customer is going to respond, that is the major factor which is not been covered in the season, in the industry section as well as in the company section. Third thing, which is the trend of the product. For example, a few days back, I saw a new kind of casual wear is going on. I forget the name. And I saw that 2-3 people are wearing. Especially Arijit Singh used to wear in his recording. And I saw that people have started wearing it. Now this product has become very popular and it has been used irrespective of gender. So this trend is the major factor out here. That is not covered in the industry section as well as in the company section. And also the factors which is changing the mood of the customer is also not covered over there. That all these things I think should be covered. Then the industry analysis would be more comprehensive.
No, the question is that already they have given a write-up of around 25 pages to cover everything. Then the write-up will be very lengthy. So generally, there are always so many things missing in the Preseen material. And in your case, ACCA, that will be further half of this. So in the Preseen material, you will not be getting everything. It is just giving you a filler. Now it's our job to do some research. As I said, even if we will do research, we will be getting thousands of things. But we need to curtail ourselves. We need to stop ourselves that we need to do the research in this much only. So if you, this, the Arijit Singh example, I am giving example. In my house, as I said, I am changing entire lighting system. Now in one particular area, I want a particular type of lights, which is called razor lights. Those razor lights I want, and the supplier of the lights, I have changed the entire house lights, but one area is still left, which is a big area of around approximately 300 square feet. That area I want to use laser lights. We ordered earlier only. And then later on also, still we have not received the laser lights. And because of that, that work is still left. The person is saying that it will be coming from this place, that place, Mumbai, and it will take time. Then you will be able to receive. Because of that, the work is not getting over, and that is not available in Kolkata. We need to understand there are thousands of things for which it will take lot of time to receive the product in your house. And there are many things which you get instantly, like if you order for pizza, then in that case, you are getting within 30 minutes by Domino's. So for that reason, for a different area, they have opened separate stores. I can say warehouse, or I can say the production factory, so that they can cover a particular locality. But the model of Domino's cannot be replicated in the model of lights, because then the cost of maintaining the inventory will be very high. So there are so many items which are not available instantly once you will order. You have to wait. Like my wife ordered for different types of clothes. Some of the clothes, she was telling me one day that this is a website where these clothes are there. But if you order, you will be getting only after 20 days at least, because they will make the product based on your order. And then the delivery will be given once it is ready. So we are not saying that everything will be available just beside your building. There are different things which cannot be arranged instantly. Maybe whatever type of technological development happens. In India, it has not started delivery by robots. Delivery by, what do you say, that system which is taking the product, then dropping the products at your house. No human beings are required. There was a case study we discussed in the last year in Cima only. That company has the system of delivering the products. It is not making the automated system, but delivering the products from one place to another. Maybe it's sweets, maybe it's clothes, maybe it's anything. And they are using those, what do you say? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? We can say robots only, that they are taking the products from one place to another. Drones, yes, drones. So drones only they were using. So we can see that even drones cannot solve this problem, because if something need to be taken from Mumbai to Kolkata, which is not available in Kolkata, then in that case, drones also will take time to come from there to here. It cannot be possible in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It requires time. We are saying that what is the job of this company which we are talking? Helping you to transport your goods and services by use of our products and machines in an efficient, effective, and productive way. But there is no solution that everything you will get on fingertips. That's not possible. वो नहीं होने वाला है, ये समझना है. So you are correct that something you are ordering, you are taking huge time. But then customer are getting the intimation when they order for the products that how long it will take to receive that product. Customer को बोला जाता है, because हर चीज आपको तुरंत नहीं मिल पाएगा. Now there are warehouses like Amazon. In one warehouse.
I want to highlight two things out here regarding drones. The drones can be used only in those areas where there is much open area is available. Otherwise,
and in Kolkata there is no open area in India.
Exactly, because if you want to drop certain thing in anybody's doorstep, there are, if you look into any, not only India, in other cities of India as well, there are in streets, there are so many wires or sheds are there. So it is not possible for drones to deliver over there. Now the new concept is coming. The drones are installed along with 360-degree camera and sensor, which is getting more costlier. For example, if I want to drop something to your doorstep and I dropped it in your balcony, after that, just think about the situation. Drone needs to drop the product in your doorstep, then it needs to move up, then it needs to move out from your balcony, then only it can fly high. And for that, it needs to install 360-degree camera plus sensor, which is costing high. That's why drones are not only applicable where there are much open space. Second thing is that I want to highlight out here, that is the new change in customer preference, and customers are becoming intelligent. Few days back, I have ordered 3-4 clothes for my son, and it has been delivered. And sooner, my wife said that just return all the clothes. I said, why? It is fitting and it looks good. She said, I have visited the manufacturer website, and all the clothes are available over there at least 250 to 350 rupees less. That means this is the commission of the Amazon. So we return all the clothes and we directly order the same product from the manufacturing house. Now, how it relates to this case study, sir, the warehousing facility which is been governed by, then I do some research, and somehow yesterday when I'm going through this case study, I find there is a huge link up. How it is going through. Earlier, Amazon is taking the responsibility that I will sell on your behalf because I have the cloud market. And using that market, I will be able to sell your product. Now, when customer is becoming intelligent, the manufacturer is straight away doing, rather than B2B transaction, they are doing the B2C transaction. And the major thing that they are gaining is the customer taste and preference. Their customer acquisition cost is getting reduced. Think about the situation. Here, they are directly acquiring the customer by using the Amazon platform. And for that, they are not paying anything to the Amazon. Because I am straight away going to the manufacturer and Amazon is not getting here. This way, the Amazon is getting, the cloud environment is getting impacted, because Amazon have the free return policy with if you return within a specified period. So Amazon loss is getting booked over there. But think about the manufacturer. Suppose if you are the manufacturer, you are directly communicating with the customer, you are getting the taste and preference of the customer, and your customer acquisition cost is zero out. Now, what you need to do as a manufacturer is that you need to establish a warehouse from where you will be able to directly sell out the product. Because Amazon, in few cases, Amazon is not holding their product in their warehouse. Amazon have their own warehouse for the small manufacturers. But after a certain level, if you have the own warehouse, then Amazon will straight away pass on the order from their system to your system. You will deliver that to that customer on behalf of customer, and the label should be used by you is the Amazon brand. So warehousing facility out here is segregated into two parts. One is the cloud-based, which you are discussing. Another one is the manufacturing, because customer taste and preference is getting changed out here.
Actually, we need to understand that, suppose if I want to grow my business, then there is so much affiliated marketing going on. There are influencers on the social media. They are, you can say, they are videos or anything people like. Then those persons are doing even selling of the products of the organization for which they are getting the commission. They are giving you a link, which you click. Then the person with whom the link is created, they will be getting the commission. So it's now we can see that it's not only Amazon. Anybody who has brand, goodwill, anybody, an individual person, anybody, they can help you to sell your product and services. Because the people are, the common man are locating those famous persons. Those famous persons are earlier also there, but nowadays, a common man is becoming famous. The question here is that the solution lies here. Nobody can have so much, maybe Amazon also. It's not possible for Amazon to manage so much places at different places for warehousing purpose so that the customer requirement can be fulfilled very fast. We need to think from two angles. If I am directly getting to the customers, and if my brand image goodwill is such that automatically customer will search my product and services, then I don't require Amazon or anybody. Maybe in that case, I don't have warehouse like Amazon, but I will be telling to the customer, I will be delivering the products in this duration, and the customer will be ready for that. Why I will be paying some commission to intermediaries when the customers are coming at my place? The second thing here is, what if you are doing everything on your own? You can't become Amazon. It is not possible. Maybe after 20 years you can. But for growing your business, for satisfying customer wants, if you deliver your products through Amazon, then in that case, you are getting customers also. You are getting the support of the other services also. That's a brand, that's a goodwill. Then in that case, you are able to increase your sales manifold. If you deal your product and services directly, your sale cannot be matching what Amazon can bring you, what a big player can bring you. So we need to understand whether it's a direct manufacturer or whether it's Amazon or any third party. Ultimately, the customer wants the product in a due course of time. We want that should be delivered to the customer in fast-paced world as early as possible, because we all want that. But then everything cannot be delivered instantly. And the job, ours only, this only, is to segregate the products, transport it from one place to another by use of belt, conveyor, different machines, which are robots and anything. And that will help to move the goods within the warehouse or the factory faster. So once it is out of the warehouse or the factory, now it will be able to reach to the customer faster. The whole ecosystem needs to be developed, not only inside the warehouse, but outside the warehouse also, how the goods will be getting to the customers very fast. Like I will say that these Zomato or anything, when they are going for a delivery of the food, why we are able to get the food very fast? Nowadays, though, it's a normal culture that maybe on weekend, you are asking food from outside. Maybe not very good for health, but healthy foods also available. But the food item you are getting very fast because the place where the food is getting manufactured, those places very nearby. But then other than food, it is not possible to get the things very fast. But to get larger market, you need to do large marketing also. And that cannot be developed in 1 or 2 days. That's not possible to develop in 1 or 2 days, Chandra. We need to depend on Amazon or anybody if we want to grow our business at the beginning at least. And then later on, once you are famous, once your brand is there, once the people are searching for your websites or your products on online directly, now you can go away with Amazon and you can directly deal with the customers. You can directly go for B2C. That requires development in everything. Warehousing, transportation, marketing, brand, quality, everything. We can focus at a time on one thing. We can't focus on all the things together. तो उससे हम लोग का सेल लॉस्ट होएगा ना, revenue we will forgive. We will not be able to generate proper revenue. And when we generate revenue, we are able to cover our fixed expenses, because fixed expenses are not proportional to generation in revenue. Variable expenses are proportional to revenue. So for that reason, there is, what do you say, advantage, disadvantage both. That if you sell directly, you don't need to give commission. You are directly dealing with the customer. You understand the requirement of the customers. But how much you can deal with? How many customers will be coming on your website? That requires a whole lot of efforts, na? So बात सही है, लेकिन उसका एक solution भी ढूंढना होगा. The solution is not that we will be selling the products on our own. Not possible. Unless and until we are becoming very big. और ये कंपनी का काम क्या है? अमेजन को भी सॉल्यूशन देना है. इसका काम है कोई नॉर्मल मैन्युफैक्चरर है, उसको भी सॉल्यूशन देना है. आपको सामान कैसे रखना है, कहाँ रखना है, कौन से रैक पे रखना है, उसको यहां से वहां मूव कैसे करना है, उसका बार कोडिंग वगैरह कैसे करना, उसके लिए इनवॉइस कस्टमर को कैसे बनाकर देना है. आपका काम ये. उस प्रोसेस को सीमलेस करना, इजी करना, उस प्रोसेस को जल्दी करवाना, खर्चा कम लगाना, ह्यूमन बींग्स का इन्वॉल्वमेंट को रिड्यूस करना, एनर्जी इफिशिएंट बनाना, वेस्टेज को कम करना, हमारा काम ये है. दैट्स आवर जॉब. Whether we are doing for a small client or doing for a bigger client, or based on different clients' requirement, based on their space, based on their infrastructure, we need to give them the solution. A single solution we cannot offer to everybody. हर तरह का अपना अपना क्लाइंट है, अपना अपना प्रोडक्ट्स है, अपना अपना सिस्टम है. उसको हम लोग को we need to give that our products which will suits the requirement of the client. And for that we need to be very innovative. We need to be doing research and development. We need to understand the clients. We need to develop the product and services for the clients so that they will always remember us, giving reference, or when they are expanding their business, they will be calling us. They will be connecting with us. So problems तो है because हर चीज तुरंत तुरंत नहीं मिलेगा. Suppose something is not available in India and I want that and it is going to come from UK, US. तो टाइम तो लगेगा ना. Now if the customer will say I want today only, not possible man. Maybe there is a warehouse located in India. अब वो कहाँ warehouse locate होगा. There are so many products which you cannot get on fingertips. You need to wait till the time it will be available for you. आप उसके पहले आपको प्रोडक्ट नहीं मिलेगा. आपको समझना होगा. कोई भी चीज है, मान लीजिए इतना सारा चीज घर पे लगा रहे हैं, सब चाहते हैं आज ही आ जाए, सब आज ही काम खत्म हो जाए. थोड़ी ना होना है. चाहे अमेजन आ जाए, चाहे कोई भी आ जाए. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वट एवर अर्ली पॉसिबल, जितना जल्दी हो सके इस कंपनी का काम. इस तरह से वेयरहाउस को अरेंज किया जाए, उसमें मशीन्स, रोबोट सिस्टम यूज किया जाए, जिससे कि द टाइम रिड्यूस, द वेस्टेज रिड्यूस, एनर्जी इफिशिएंट, और काम करने में मजा आए, जल्दी हो जाए. बट जल्दी का मतलब तुरंत तो नहीं हो सकता यार. And this is growing as customers are becoming more and more demanding. So company को भी तो वो demand को पूरा करना होगा ना. Because ultimately end customers, maybe the customers are not our direct customers. We are giving warehouse solutions. But if end customers are satisfied, the warehouse and all that will be growing. And we will be selling more and more products which we are selling. तो हम लोग का तो end customer से ही फायदा होना है ना. But we need to understand what type of thing the customers are asking and how can we develop our system. It's a never-ending process. It's a continuous development process. For that, we have so many engineers, mechanical engineers, product development design team, then the quality inspection team, then there are software persons, software engineer, so many persons we have. Because अगर वो सारे लोग हम लोग के नहीं होंगे, तो हम लोग कस्टमर को बेटर सॉल्यूशंस कभी नहीं दे पाएंगे. और फिर नॉर्मली फिर ये सब जो बिजनेस डेवलप हुआ, ये कभी होएगा भी नहीं. So I understand, Surojit, what you are telling, that directly from the manufacturer you are getting discount and all that. That's happened always. But then always it is not possible that you will be able to search the manufacturer. मैन्युफैक्चरर का हो सकता है वेबसाइट ही नहीं है भी तो बहुत टेम्पलेट टाइप है, आपको उससे कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है. मे बी इट इज लेस, बट फिर भी ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं जिनका नहीं है, बट दे हैव द क्वालिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स. सो थ्रू अमेजन दे आर एबल टू गेट द बिजनेस. और अमेजन का तो काम ही यही है, छोटा मोटा मैन्युफैक्चरर को बाई कर लेना. whatever product become famous, Amazon take over that organization and it becomes their product. I think you know, all of you know this. Amazon तो ऐसा बहुत करता है. जब उसको दिखता है कोई नया चीज आया which the customers are demanding, and then Amazon started developing by reverse engineering that thing, or maybe they take over the organization. Maybe it's not ethical practices, but then Amazon is doing that. A big fish eating small fish, that's there in every pond. Survival of the fittest. So we are saying that if we talk of opportunities, then there is e-commerce growth. The whole world is growing. So the opportunities are there for this type of business. The customers are demanding, they require more and more customization, not about your and my demand. The warehouse management, that type of customization, green initiatives, that usage of robots and these things will reduce the energy consumption. So development of new type of system that can help in the development of these systems, global expansion. The companies in the industry can expand their reach by tapping into international market. Your market is not only India. Your market is not only maybe Europe or US. The whole world is your market, because these things will be requiring for whole life. The problems, as you said just now, Surojit, where there is huge competition, because in this industry, maybe the players are not many, but then the players are fighting for market share. The players are attracting the same clients. There is a huge competition, price war. That problem is there in the industry. That is, you can see, coming from the outside world. The technological advancements, if you don't do the advancements, then your product become obsolete. You need to be always at the forefront to use the advanced technology. Those technological developments many times are threats also. Regulatory compliance, increasing regulations relating to data privacy, because whenever robots, software, machines are used, then the data become general public. So cyber threats, or maybe I can say that website takeover, the data being of any customer being violated, used for some other purpose, those types of problems are increasing in this industry. In any industry, I will say, but in this industry specifically, supply chain disruption, goods are to be moving from one place to another. There is some expression by Mamata Banerjee, or maybe somewhere between two countries, there is a fight, Canada, India, not allowing to move goods. Kuch bhi ho sakta hai yaar. Those supply chain disruption may be due to pandemic, maybe due to any other reason. Those good things are going to happen, and the delays in the delivery and all that will be arising. So we can say that it's automated warehouse system industry has numerous advantages relating to cost, relating to complexity, adaptability, but there are disadvantages. The threats are also there from the outside world, which we need to manage. अब हम लोग बोलेंगे ये सब वो लोग प्रीसीन में नहीं लिखा, वो लोग सब नहीं लिखे, इसीलिए तो हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि थोड़ा रिसर्च करके थोड़ा अपने आप को और तैयार कर रहे कि भाई they are not writing everything, but by doing our some common basic research, we are getting the things which are not written in the pre-scene, which will be used to write every answer. आपको कोई भी आंसर लिखना है वहां पर ये काम आने वाला है. Not that the same word and language, but फिर भी when you are ready कि भाई यहाँ पर ऐसा है, then in that case you will be able to write a good answer. SWOT analysis, when we go into deep, then it is called external, internal separately. External environment analysis is being done in any study material by two methods. One is political, economical, social, technological, environmental, legal, pestle factors, and the other one is Michael Porter 5 forces analysis. Pestle factors is more detailed, more macro type of analysis of the environment of the industry of the company, and Michael Porter 5 forces is more a type of micro analysis. It is external environment analysis only, but more smaller, more directly related with the industry or the company. So मैंने यहाँ पर दोनों analysis किया है. First is pestle, political, economical, social, technological, environment, legal. Any business, not only this, any business, by the external environment, the business will be affected. And we need to be ready that whatever the external environment changes are going to happen, whether it is going to happen for good thing, for an opportunity, for better things, we need to capitalize on that. And whether it is going to happen for bad things, for any adverse factors, then we need to be ready to tackle that. So how the external environment is going to change, going to be affected in this business, in this industry, how the external environment is going to affect our business. Yes, sir. So first of all, in the pestle environment, political. The political factors are basically focusing the government policies, changes in the government, or maybe changes in the government policies, because of which your business will be affected. So relating to political factors, by doing the research, I am getting 2-3 things. One is regulatory compliance. The second is trade policies. The regulatory compliance relating to labor, relating to safety, relating to data privacy, relating to RTI, right to information, so many things are there. और इनमें चेंजेस कि आपको अपना डेटा गूगल में मत रखो, यहां मत रखो, गूगल को ये करना है. बोलेगा हम लोग के लिए कैसे रिलेटेड? When we are developing hardware, software for warehousing purpose, definitely that is using so many data. Our products, our hardware, software should be protecting the data of the organization. Relating to that data security, there can be any changes by the government. In developed country where we are located, the changes are very fast. But in developing country or underdeveloped country, maybe the changes are slightly late. But then those changes are going to affect our product development, affect our offering to the customers. That is political changes. You can see that when the robots or anything are used and they met with an accident, with any staff, with any customer or anything, then it will be a problem on the company only that you have developed this product which is creating accident, which is creating problem. So because of the regulatory changes happening, safety of customers, safety of laborers, laborer employment, minimum wages, data security, all these things are going to affect the business going forward. Whatever we will be doing, the business is going to be affected because of the regulatory changes in this industry. Trade policies. The trade policies are made by government only. मान लीजिए पाकिस्तान से इंपोर्ट नहीं होएगा, या यहां पर एक्सपोर्ट नहीं होएगा, या from this area there are barriers that these things cannot be transported. उससे होएगा क्या? What will be affecting on our business? The warehousing requirement, the system requirement will not be there. और अगर आप कोई चीज कोई दूसरे कंट्री में सप्लाई करोगे, any belt or conveyor belt or anything, if you supply in any other country, तो भी होएगा कि what will be the import tariff, what will be the system to transport the, not you will be transporting, but ultimately आपका प्रोडक्ट तो वहां यूज होने वाला है ना फॉर वेयरहाउसिंग पर्पस. तो जब वहां ट्रांसपोर्ट अलाउड ही नहीं है, ट्रेड पॉलिसी चेंज हो गया, इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी एक्सपोर्ट ड्यूटी चेंज हो गया, then in that case it will be creating problem for your business. Maybe it's good thing also. There are better trade policies, open trade policies like CPAC we are making from Europe to Middle East and all that. उससे सबका फायदा होना है. The trade policies are not always adverse. They are in the positive direction also. When we are saying that the government in G20 said that we are making a CPAC path by connecting UAE and then Saudi and all that and then connecting to Europe. तो वो CPAC के लिए भी तो ऐसा टाइप का प्रोडक्ट्स ये सब चाहिएगा to transport goods from one place to another, maybe through plane or anything. तो उसमें क्या चीज यूज करें जिससे कि transportation becomes efficient. When the trade policies are changing, that will be creating a boom for this industry, or maybe that will be creating an adverse effect on the industry. But the trade policies, barriers, tariffs, all these things are going to affect the operations, going to affect the business of this industry. So we can say that the development of different types of products depends upon the political factors. The economic factors, the economic development in the world. The whole world is one. Modi ji saying that the whole world is one place. Maybe different countries are there. The globalization, growth in the economy. So the economical factors, GDP, NDP growth rate are going to affect the development in the industry. Development of the new products, development of new types of logistic systems or anything require the economic growth factors to be taken into consideration. Under economic, we say interest rate, inflation, exchange rate, GDP, NDP, all these factors comes. So Since we are selling the products or software, hardware, software solutions, those hardware, software solutions in the beginning require huge expenditures. Initial investment is very high. So if the interest rate in the market is high, then the customers are not interested in installing the new system. The higher interest rate will affect our business operations. There will be less demand from the client. And presently in the world, most places, interest rate is very high. Whether you talk of Europe, whether you talk of US, even in India also, the interest rates are high. So if there is any warehousing solution a clients may be wanting, but considering so much investment required and that funds involve a huge interest cost, then in that case, they are not interested. They are taking back. They are not interested in doing that thing now. So the interest rate is going to affect the business very much, because interest rate, inflation, exchange rate are going to affect our business. Even we can see here exchange rate also. Obviously, we are offering these services all over the world, not only in a particular country. Maybe we are located from a country T, but then we are offering our product and services in different parts of the world. And whenever there are changes in the exchange rate, whatever money we are going to get from the clients, because of the adverse changes in the exchange rates, we are going to get lesser inflows and all that. That is also going to affect the industry. Not only industry, but to 𝐈𝐷𝐒 also. It is going to affect us. So under economical factors, we can incorporate exchange rate changes also. Exchange rate, interest rate, which is cost of capital, and we can say that this economic growth, GDP, NDP. FTA means, sorry?
Free trade area.
Acha, free trade agreement. Okay, sorry. That was, you can say, free trade agreement will be more concerned with trade policies and all that. No? That is political factors. Here we are talking about economical, political, economical, social, environmental, legal, technological, fiscal. So that free trade agreement and all that is coming under policies of the government. The social factors, social demographics. Human beings are very demanding. They want the goods by sitting in home. E-commerce development. As and more e-commerce development will be happening, that's good for the industry. Because that's the socio-culture, our society changing. And for getting the goods from any part of the world, of different types of goods, we want this type of solution. So this is good for the industry, because the trend is like that we want the products at any cost as fast as possible, which is possible by development of these types of products by 𝐈𝐷𝐒. Labor trend. Even in India also, so big population, but still labor shortages are there. The people are not interested in working in a common type of job. And at the same time, even in this industry, skillful laborers are required to develop software, hardware, engineering. We require skillful persons. And if those persons are not there, then it will not be possible to develop these products. So labor challenges, yes, skilled labor shortages. That issue is there. Maybe we can say that this is removing the requirement of laborers. But then labor shortages, labor problems, that's always on the card. But along with that, those skillful persons for developing software, hardware, engineering, for R&D purpose, those types of laborers are very limited. That affects this industry development. Technological factors. This industry is purely based on technological development. Rapid technological advancements are happening in automation, robotics, software, and that is forcing us in this industry 𝐈𝐷𝐒 that they should be forefront of the technology. Because by use of technology, we can bring sustainability. By use of technology, we can bring energy efficient things. By use of technology, we can bring solutions. artificial intelligence, machine learning, that is, things will be done by the human beings, which is, you can say, use of robots for machines. Human beings are not required. So that technological developments are happening, and we need to be again at the forefront of using those technologies. Any business is affected by environment. Use of fossil fuels should be reduced, renewable energy, less power consumption, less electricity consumption, less wastages. We need to be energy efficient. If we are not energy efficient, then we will not be able to survive. And this company, whatever the information they have given in the Preseen, looking like that, they are always at the forefront of innovation. They are always thinking about efficient product development, which are saving the energy cost. They are always talking about focusing on reducing the wastages. So that is, you can say, sustainability or environmental factors, legal factors. Whenever you are developing a product and you acquire a patent right, then even though others are knowing, they can't develop. Like in medicine, pharmaceutical, this happens very much. Similarly, in this industry, if you develop some solutions, then in that case, it is very much essential that you acquire a patent right for that. If you are not acquiring a patent right, then the others will develop tomorrow only. So legal fights will be there. The questions will be there in the exams. Believe me, I will be giving questions based on intellectual fights, intellectual property rights. Like we can say that something, anything is written, then whether it is written by me, written by somebody else, copyrights. In this industry, the intellectual property rights is a major issue in legal factors. And data privacy, the data of through the Wi-Fi, the data are in the public domain. They are connected by password or whatever, the customer data, the supplier data, the machine data, the client's data, all those data are there. Those data privacy is an important factor because we need to use the data. We need to do the big data analytics, but at the same time, data privacy should be there. And then you can say that environmental factors, under environmental factors, the supply chain distribution, any natural disaster, any geopolitical issues, any global health crisis, or any disruption in the market or anything. Like suppose something need to come from Mumbai, and in the Mumbai there is Ganesh Puja. Then because of that, there is no transportation happening for last 6-7 days. Everywhere you will find this, they are saying that ki bhai abhi kuch nahi aayega, time lagega. This you can see that affects supply chain, because I'm not saying Ganesh Puja is good or bad, but then it is affecting the entire supply chain all over India and abroad. Because wahan kaam nahi hai to wo nahi ho raha hai. Resource availability, relating to what I should say, environmental factors, resource availability. The availability of rare materials, metals, energy resources can impact production cost and availability. So this is, you can see, a good industry, but the external environment will play a great role in deciding your business strategy. आप कुछ भी करने जाएंगे, आपको external environment को ध्यान में रख के ही अपना business strategy बनाना है. External environments may be a boon, may be a better thing, or a bad thing also. दोनों हो सकता है. Without consideration of external environment, the strategy for this industry should not be made. The long-term decisions, the mergers, takeovers, new product development, targeting a bigger customer or anything, depends upon your environmental analysis, external environment analysis. Then we can see more micro level of external environment analysis. Talking about specifically about the industry, because Pestle is open-ended. But Porter 5 Forces is more direct, more related with the industry, with the company. Porter 5 Forces is famous in the world with the 5 points. Threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, rivalry among the existing firms, threat of substitutes. For any business, why we analyze these points? Whether we should extend in the business further, whether we should remain in this business only or we should be bringing some changes. whether we will be able to survive the way whatever we are doing, whether we will be able to generate adequate return whatever we are doing. Specifically for you, when you want to analyze your thing, then these factors, the Michael Porter 5 forces are being analyzed. Simply, it answers 2 questions. One, competitiveness. How much competitive you are still in the business, so that you will be getting better market, you will be able to grow better, you will be able to satisfy customer better. And by looking at the Michael Porter 5 forces, you will be able to analyze what are the areas where you need to go. What are the areas where you will be facing challenges? Whether you should be in the same business only, or whether you should think about some diversification. The Porter 5 forces helps along those lines. And this analysis can be done based on 5 factors. Threat of new entrants. We always say that for any business you are, the threat of new entrants should be lower. If the new players are coming in the business again and again regularly, then the capacity will increase. The fight will increase between the sellers. You will not be able to generate proper income. It's not good for a business. In our business, 𝐈𝐷𝐒, the automated warehousing solutions, in our business, the threat of new entrants are not very high. Because developing an automated system by doing R&D, by doing mechanical engineering, use of IT, software, hardware, is not an easy thing. It is not that every day new player will come. It's a business, it's an industry where the chances of new players coming in the industry are less. At the same time, I can say that for going in this industry, the capital investment will be very high. Because you can't develop automated system without huge investment. So as far as capital, as far as the skills, the knowledge, and at the same time, in this industry, the regulatory pressures, the trade policies and all that, maybe they are not stopping that nobody can come in the business. But those are adverse factors to anybody comes in the industry. So this is good for the industry. If we are in the business for 70 plus years and we are established a player, it's an industry where new players will not be coming on a regular basis. Because of the structure of the industry, it is not allowing anybody to come in the industry. So you will be there, you are already there, you will be getting the clients, you will be able to provide the solutions. And if you regularly innovate and develop yourself, the fight with the new clients will be less. The capacity increment by new client is less. Low to moderate. So this is a good business to be in. This is a good business to remain in, because the fight with the new players will be very less. Then comes bargaining power of suppliers. That is for developing the software, hardware, we require materials and supplies, component parts and all that. Those material suppliers' bargaining power should be low for betterment of the industry. Their bargaining power is also not very high. Maybe there is some specialized supplier. Suppose we are purchasing some software from Microsoft. We are purchasing from some software from some other organization. We understand, other than Microsoft, the substitutes to deal with other suppliers is very less. But then for Microsoft, in this industry, the players are not many. Microsoft also has only we as 𝐈𝐷𝐒 that they will be able to supply their product and services to us. Maybe we can say that in some of the items, the suppliers are very specialized. Maybe their bargaining power is high. But normally, since the customers are not many in the industry, customer means, I'm not telling that 𝐈𝐷𝐒 selling their warehouse solution to the customers. I'm talking 𝐈𝐷𝐒 as a customer for the supplier. So for the supplier, there is no many players. The suppliers are bound to offer their product and services to you. For that reason, they cannot bargain so much. So this is a good thing in the industry that the supplier bargaining powers for the component part materials are not very high. Bargaining power of buyers. in any industry in the world, the bargaining power of buyers is always high. Nowadays, there is no monopoly. You will see some example. Normally, I am saying 99% there is no monopoly. We are saying that in this industry, if you want your product, this warehouse solutions, maybe there are less companies, but then the customers is in demanding position. Since the investment for the customer is very high to develop, to maintain, to have the automated warehousing system for the customers, it is going to cost huge in the beginning. So regularly, always, the customers are very demanding. The customers are going to contact with so many suppliers, who will to offer the solutions. They will do the price negotiation. They will want those things which are not in the earlier system. The bargaining power of customers is high. And we don't have also many customers. Maybe small warehouses can give us very small revenue. The major customers, like any big player, those types of clients are very less. And if you don't able to serve those clients in terms of pricing, technology, in terms of solutions, they are not interested to continue contract with you. They will shift to change the suppliers. They will not do contract with you. So the problems will be there. So relating to customer bargaining power, it is moderate to high, which is not good for the industry. There is no substitutes for this industry. There is no substitutes, means better robots, better technology, better AI, better machine learning, better type of conveyor belt, and that's okay. But है वही सब. There is no substitute. किसी को warehouse maintain करना है, यही सब चीजें. And when the substitute is not there, it is good for the industry, good for 𝐅_Limited. Competitive rivalry. When the customer's bargaining power is very high. Why? Because of competitive rivalry. The players in the industry want to increase their market share. The players in the industry have limited customers. The players in the industry have fixed operating expenditures. So the players in the industry fight with each other to attract customers, reduce price, and all that. They do that. This is not good. Because in any industry, when the players are reducing the prices, when the players are fighting with each other, it will be a bad for every company in the industry, even for 𝐅_Limited also. 𝐅_Limited can fight with this. How? 𝐅_Limited can fight with this by one way. More R&D, better product development, high level of customer satisfaction, use of IT, machine learning, and other things, information technology, making engineers, computer software developer, all be very satisfied. They are working in the organization with a satisfaction, with a motivation. Then in that case, we will be able to develop the products which will be difficult for others to supply. And acquiring patent rights so that others cannot copy us for a particular long period of time. But then we can see many factors are low. The threat of new entrants, the threat of substitutes, the bargaining power of suppliers is low or moderate. Only two things are problem. One is bargaining power of buyers and the rivalry among the existing firms. Those two things, if we manage, then it's a good business to be in. It's a good business where we will be able to survive even next 70 years also. Because the going forward, the age is going to be this only. हर समय e-commerce, e-marketing, big warehouses, then उसके अंदर equipment वगैरह supply करना, ये आने वाले समय का need of the hour है. अभी just Surojit was saying, at that time I forgot, Surojit was saying that there is a 360-degree camera required so that अभी तो normally wireless technology बहुत ज्यादा develop हो रहा है. अलग अलग पूरा एरिया, not only inside the house, outside the house, आपको तार चाहिए ही नहीं है, पूरा वाईफाई से हो जाएगा. तो जब वो सब होएगा तो इंडिया में भी I will say drones and all that will be coming. Maybe times, maybe developed country वो सब आ चुका है, लेकिन इंडिया में भी आएगा. So it's a perennial industry going forward in 21st century from 2023 to माने 2100 तक, 2000 माने तक ये इंडस्ट्री एकदम पेरिनियल है, unless and until something exceptional happen in this industry. So analyzing the Porter 5 forces, it gives a good feeling that we are in a good business. It's a challenging business. Challenge is always there, but we are in a good business where we can grow very well, where the opportunities are there, which we can capitalize. They have mentioned in the pre-seen material specific risk in 4 points. One is the customer attraction, customer retention. One is, you can see that, problems with our systems or IT. One is foreign exchange risk. They have mentioned in the pre-seen. But there are many types of risk which are not mentioned, which will be required to be written in the exam, that is written here, considering the internal, external environments. One is technological risk. Rapid advancement in technology can lead to risk of obsolescence. Companies must continually invest in research and development to stay competitive and keep their solutions up to date. The technological advancements may be a risk. A risk means what? Loss or gain. If the technological advancements is good for the industry, it's a gain. But if the technological advancements is creating problem for the industry, then it's a loss. Development of software,
So
development of...
In their board of director, one person is there who used to who have the research background, and he is most probably taking care of the software division. So do you think that still it is a risk for them? Yes, they need to, the risk is there and they are continually monitoring.
So even though monitoring is there, even the best solution fail many times. Understand? Maybe you are studying very well, but maybe you couldn't pass the exam. ऐसा ही बोल रहे हैं हम, खराब बोल रहे हैं, समझिए. Human beings are at least human beings ही है ना. Maybe you are very knowledgeable, very experienced holder, you are regularly upgrading yourself and you are using new technology systems, but backfire तो कर सकता है ना. Risk तो है ही यार. Risk means whatever you are expecting better than that, or maybe whatever you are expecting worse than money, lower than that. Risk उसको बोलते हैं ना. Risk twofold, two sides, good bad both. So maybe हम लोग का सिस्टम है, स्टाफ है, मैनेजर्स है, इंजीनियर है, हम लोग सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो गड़बड़ तो हो ही सकता है यार. There is no, I mean to say, foolproof system that anything will not go bad in life. Maybe you are doing everything for yourself. Maybe you are having the best risk management system, but still maybe the something will arise for which you are not ready. You have not been able to do correct. जो हम लोग एपीए में भी पढ़े थे, क्या सर?
Yes, sir.
कुछ तो हो ही सकता है ना यार. हम लोग अपने हिसाब से सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, but there may be some situation arises for which we are not ready, for which we have not done adequate things, for which we have not done the quality checking or something, or maybe there is some internal failure. You are good, but under you whoever are working, they are not following your instructions. They are not doing the, like we did the question in that airline industry, internal control failure. और एग्जाम्स में तो देगा ही ना यार, नहीं भी देगा तो आपको तो लिखना ही पड़ेगा यार. So we have IT system, COO, then we have independent directors, we have all the persons who are in the team members as CEO, CFO, all are having good knowledge of the industry, of the relevant work. तो अच्छा है, बट गड़बड़ किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है. रेडी रहना उसके लिए. सिंस ये इंडस्ट्री टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर पूरा डिपेंडेंट है, रोबोट्स बनाना, सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना, टेक्नोलॉजी तो बैकफायर कभी भी कर सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. How can you sure that whatever I have done, whatever I have developed, that is best in the world? No. Even you can see that those who are manufacturing motor car, Honda, so many times when they develop new type of car, there is problem. They call back entire model. पूरा मॉडल कॉल बैक करते हैं. तो क्या उन्होंने ध्यान नहीं दिया था? Whether they don't have, they have. But the problem may arise, sir. अच्छे लोग हैं, सिस्टम है, लेकिन फिर भी प्रॉब्लम्स तो हो सकती है. मार्केट सैचुरेशन, मान लीजिए इकोनॉमी डाउन हो गया, मान लीजिए और ज्यादा वेयर हाउसेस नहीं खुल रहे हैं, मान लीजिए जो कस्टमर्स है वही है, नए और नहीं आ रहे हैं, बिकॉज इकोनॉमी इज अ साइकिल, boom, recession and all that. So market saturation may come and you are dealing with specific clients. अब उनको ज्यादा चाहिए भी नहीं है और वो फाइट भी आपसे कर रहे हैं for prices. So market saturation may be a risk. Economic downturn may be a risk during pandemic, during any time. Because of high inflation, the world is under the recession phase and all that. Maybe you are deferring your plan for, what do you say, for automation in the warehouse and all that. That problem may come. Supply chain disruption due to trade policies, barriers, health, any issues, regulatory and compliance risk. The industry is subject to various regulations relating to labor, data privacy, environmental standards, and everything. So non-compliance relating to that will create fines, penalties, and all that. साइबर सिक्योरिटी, आपका डेटा कोई चुरा लिया, आपका सॉफ्टवेयर हैक कर लिया, आपके वाईफाई में घुस के आपको खराब कर दिया, आपका सिस्टम टेक ओवर कर लिया, उसमें ट्रोजन डाल दिया, पॉसिबल। आप बोलेंगे हमारे यहाँ तो सब कोई आईटी पर्सन्स वगैरह है, यार होने के बाद क्या प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो सकता है क्या? हो तो सकता ही है यार। यू आर on your toes, you are always ready कि if this problem arise you will manage, you need to be proactive, but the risk can arise. Implementing automated warehouse systems can be capital intensive. The risk of cost overruns. You may be thinking that this will be the saving in the cost in future, in power, in transportation and all that. But that much saving doesn't arise and the cost overruns. So later on, you are not interested in developing this type of system. Or the company develop new robots, new things. They thought that this will be the cost. The cost has gone up. Now there will be no clients where we can sell this. First of all, we need to reduce the cost. Geopolitical risk like Canada, India or any country, कभी भी हो सकता है. Customer concentration, since this is a business which is majorly dependent on big customers, and the big customers are very bad. The big customers are not concerned with anyone. They are always इधर उधर यहाँ वहाँ do करना है. तो customer concentration is a big risk in this industry. Environmental risk, any problem with the, what do you say, with your products relating to environment, pollution or anything, or energy efficient, anything, then in that case it is going to create problem for your business. Labor shortages, as we said, skilled technician engineers are still required, and those types of persons are actually in short. They are in huge demand. वैसे लोग मिलते नहीं है. So when they will not be there, the some of your staff, like suppose Surojit, you were saying that we have sir IT person software, he left the organization. He was working with you for 10 years, now he left. Now you cannot find a new replacement on the next day. इतना easy नहीं. You don't want that this should be happening, but happens. कोई को छोड़कर जाना जाएगा, आप क्या कर लेंगे? Maybe whatever reasons. Evolving customer needs, customer is demanding. सुरजीत को चाहिए सब चीज तुरंत मिल जाए, तो मिलेगा तो नहीं ना. And for that we need to think about customers, their satisfaction regularly. When we analyze the external environment, बाहर से देख रहे हैं ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये रिस्क है, ये इश्यूज है, ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है, ये थ्रेट्स है, ऑल दैट, वो सबको तो तभी हम लोग मैनेज कर पाएंगे जब इंटरनली स्ट्रांग होंगे. सो ये बिजनेस पूरा का पूरा प्री सीन जो आपको लिखा हुआ है, वो सिनॉप्सिस यहाँ लिखा हुआ है वैल्यू चेन एनालिसिस में. Value chain analysis means, I always say in the classes, suppose we have so many students. Why that some of the students in the exams score rank? Why that some of the students score 70% plus marks? Why that some of the students pass only? Why that some of the students are failing the exam? Material same है, teacher same है, resources same है, exam same है, फिर भी कोई अच्छा कोई खराब क्यों है? इसका मतलब it depends upon us. बाहर से बहुत कुछ मिलेगा, अच्छा खराब, लेकिन आपको अपने अंदर जुनून पैदा करना है. वैल्यू चेन एनालिसिस फोकसिंग ऑन इंटरनल ऑपरेशंस ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Why they are better than others, why they are competitive, why they are able to attract clients, why they are able to become more competitive, what internally they have done management. That is, we are talking about value chain analysis. So first of all, written in the Preseen, we have a research and development department. The research and development is for doing research and development relating to new things. When the development is done, acquiring patent rights and all that, when the research is done, doing the research based on the requirement of customers, based on the requirement of the warehousing, based on the requirement of the technology and all that, research need to be done. This stage involves designing and developing new automated warehouse system solution, including hardware and software. Value is created through innovation, product design and engineering. Companies invest in R&D to stay competitive and offer cutting edge technology. Then comes, जब आपने R&D कर लिया तो आपको प्रोडक्ट वगैरह बनाने के लिए कंपोनेंट पार्ट्स वगैरह चाहिए. Then in that case, inbound logistics. In value chain, there is a concept called inbound logistics. कब मंगाएंगे, कितना मंगाएंगे, supplier से अच्छा relationship, that is called components of material system. Companies in this industry rely on suppliers for various components, robotics, conveyor belt, sensors, and software. Value is generated through use of this high quality specialized components. Suppliers may work closely with the manufacturer. Manufacturing and assembly called operations. आप raw material system से production करना चालू किए. In the operations, you will be using machines, artificial intelligence, laborers. This stage involves the actual production of automated warehouse systems. Value is created through efficient manufacturing processes, quality control, and precision assembly. Industrial robots are often used in this stage to automate manufacturing. Then come distribution and logistics. Customer का demand आया, उसको पहुंचाना. After manufacturing, the automated systems are distributed to customer. Value is created through logistics and supply chain management, ensuring on-time delivery, installation, setup, customization and integration. आप ये प्रोडक्ट दे रहे हैं जो वेयरहाउसिंग में हेल्प करेगा, लेकिन वेयरहाउसिंग में जो आप नहीं दे रहे हैं उसके साथ इंटीग्रेशन करना है, कस्टमर को कस्टमाइजेशन देना है, बिकॉज नहीं तो कस्टमर लेगा नहीं. Many automated systems require customization to meet the specific needs of the customers. Value is generated through customization, services, and integration. Companies may offer software configuration and integration. Maintenance of the support, maintenance and support. Once the system are operational, ongoing maintenance is required. Value is created by providing reliable and timely maintenance to the customer. Support includes troubleshooting, software updates, and technical assistance. Training and education. When the organization customer will be using this system, you need to train them. You need to educate them how to use the system, how to use the software, how to use the robot. What are the things to be taken into consideration? If you don't do the training and education, neither you can develop and neither the customer will be able to use it. Customer and operation need a training to use the maintain automated system. Value is created through training program and education. Training ensures that customer maximize the benefits. Consulting and system optimization. Like Surojit said in the beginning, sir, we are not selling only, we are giving custom consulting. कि भाई आप ऐसे काम करिए. That is also a very revenue generating activity. Some companies offer consulting services to help customer develop their system. Value is created by identifying inefficiencies, recommending solutions for that. Consultants may use data analytics to fine-tune automated system. Customer feedback and innovation loop. Customer से feedback लेना, ranking लेना, problem को समझना, customer को जो problems है उसको दूर करना, because after sales service is very important in this system. Customer feedback is essential for continuous improvement and innovation. Value is generated by incorporating customer suggestion in the new products which are going to come. This feedback loop helps companies stay relevant for the customer needs. Marketing and sales. Instagram में रील बना के डालना, लोगों को पता कैसे चलेगा कि हम ये करते हैं, ये प्रोडक्ट है, ये ऐसे हेल्प करेगा. Marketing and sales in the social media, Insta, LinkedIn, whatever, is very essential. This stage involves promoting products and services to potential customers. Value is created through effective marketing strategies and sales efforts. Companies showcase their expertise and solutions to attract customers. Customer relationship के लिए अलग से team होना चाहिए. Those who will be dealing with the requirement problems of the customers. Building and maintaining strong customer relationship are essential for repeat business. Value is generated by providing excellent customer service and addressing customer needs. By understanding how value is created, delivered, and each stage value chain, companies in the automated service system can identify opportunities for optimization, cost reduction, and innovation to maintain a competitive edge. You can say that मेरा purpose ये था कि ये क्या है, इंडस्ट्री किसके बारे में है, इसमें कॉम्पिटिटिव माने कौन से प्रैक्टिकल प्लेयर्स हैं, वो लोग क्या करते हैं, इस इंडस्ट्री का एक्सटर्नल इन्वायरमेंट कैसा है, इंटरनल इन्वायरमेंट कैसा है, इंटरनल चैलेंजेस कैसा है, और इस इंडस्ट्री के अंदर क्या टाइप के रिस्क वगैरह अराइज हो सकते हैं जिनको हमें मैनेज करना है. इट्स अ कॉमन जनरल सेंस राइट अप. एज आई सेड, इट्स नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन एनी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन, बट जो भी आप आंसर्स लिखोगे यहां से काम आएगा. आपको अपने लैंग्वेज में लिखना है, कहीं ना कहीं से लिया हुआ है रिसर्च वगैरह करके, बट आपको अपने लैंग्वेज में लिखना है. बट ये आपको रीड करने से फायदा होएगा. Everything is not written in Preseen and cannot be written because then the Preseen will become 200 pages. Maybe that is also insufficient. अपने को अपना रिसर्च करना है. Now, according to me, in the Preseen, if we go into certain aspects which will be coming in the exam based on certain questions, मेरे को एक ऐसा लगता है, first of all, I am coming into corporate governance. First of all, I am coming in the share prices. Because this is a company listed in the stock exchange, we don't know about the composition of the shareholders, retail, wholes, money, high net worth individuals, institutions, directors, किसके पास कितना शेयर है. But all the shareholders want to maximize their return. अपने को इंफॉर्मेशन दिया गया है कि since 2018 to 2023, 5 साल, in the last 5 years, the movement in the share prices, it was around $125 5 years back, and it is even lower than that. $125 से अभी it is around $100. यानी कि in the last 5 years, the fluctuation is very high. In the share prices, the fluctuation, there was a time when the price reached to greater than 250, more than double in the year 21. In the year 21, it more than doubled. They have written about the beta of the company 0.91. Beta of the 0.91. इससे related हम लोग को, what do you say, what type of questions can come?
Sir,
Suppose, yeah, tell me.
the question could be, what is the growth of the company? Growth means the revenue growth. Definitely 0.91 means the growth the company is witnessing right now. I think it is revenue growth is 7%, if I'm not wrong, which is less than the competition.
You were talking about sales growth.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So sales growth is 7%, which is less than the nearest competitor. And 0.91 means the industry growth, even the company is growing less than the industry growth. So maybe that is the reason that during the peak time in, say, 31st/07/2021, or in May to July in 2021, the share price was high. On maybe on that time, the beta was +1. But due to the slow growth rate of the company as compared to the industry, the share price has gone down, number one. Number two, the market share may be one of the factors here as well.
I will say, first of all, beta means changes in the price of shares of a company divided by changes in the market. A return in the stock of a company divided by return of the market. Like suppose if it is listed in India, then the market means Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. So if this company prices has gone up, say, by 5%, but the market has gone up by 6%. So we will say beta means 5 divided by 6, which will be coming 0.91. And if the market will go down by 10%, then the company's stock will go down by less than 10%, 9%, because that is called, yes, that is called volatility in the stock price as compared to the market. Now, whether beta high good less or less is good, that depends. If the beta is high, that means that is an aggressive stock. If you invest in a stock where beta is high, so if the market will go up, then the stock will be giving you better return. If the market will go down, then the stock will be giving you more loss. But if the beta is low, if the market is going up, the stock will be giving you lesser return. And if the market is going down, the stock is also giving you lesser loss also. This 0.991 don't have any relationship with growth or any other company. This is purely based on movement in the return of the company's stock in comparison to the market. The beta is not that because our beta is less that we are giving lesser return and all that, not like that. In this industry, we don't know what about others, but our beta is less than 1. It is a defensive stock. When the market will be going up or down, our stock movement will be less because beta is less than 1. But then if you want to calculate or you want to analyze, you can calculate beta for the industry. This is beta for robo-broish. We can calculate beta for the industry. Beta for the industry, when we calculate, just a simple concept. We are saying beta of asset equals to beta of liability. Let me write capital. What is beta of asset? Beta means risk. Risk does not mean loss. Risk means a risk of getting return from assets. A risk of getting return from assets is equal to risk of liability. Because if you get return from assets, you will be able to serve your liability. Liability means equity and capital, equity and debt both. Suppose I have so many assets in my business. With that assets, I need to pay my liabilities. I need to give return to the shareholders. So if the assets return is good, I will be able to serve my liabilities. If the asset return is bad, I will not be able to serve my liabilities. The risk of assets is equal to risk of liability. We can divide the risk of assets into 2 parts. Beta of debt plus beta of equity. In the liability side, we are dividing owner's money and we are dividing the outsider's money. Normally, we say that beta of asset equals to weight of equity into beta of equity plus weight of debt into beta of debt. Do we require this to write in the exam? Do we require this to write in the exam? Nobody. Don't take tension. Sir, हम तो ये नहीं पढ़े हैं. मैं तो ऐसे ही एक concept को explain करने के लिए I am just saying.
Sir, in weight of debt, do you need to deduct the tax, sir?
Coming. धीरे धीरे आ रहा हूँ. I mean to say that कि whatever our asset side, whether it's a current assets, fixed assets, anything, they are going to give us return. That return may be high or low. If it is high, the liabilities will be getting high return. If it is low, the liabilities will be getting low return. But in the liability side, you have 2 components. One is owner's money, one is outsider's money. Owner's money is equity and outsider's money is debt. Now, we have been given this beta of equity. In the question, they have given beta of equity. In the question, they have given us beta of equity. Beta of asset, we don't know. Weight of equity, we can refer from the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can check. Now, from the balance sheet, we don't able to come to know what is the number of shares. Because in the balance sheet, share capital is given, but it is not given that how many shares. Because if number of shares would have been there, if we know the face value, then I can multiply with 100 to find out the market value of equity. I'm not in a position to do that because the number of shares are not given. No problem. We are saying that as per the book value, the shareholders' money in the current year. This is what? Competitor or ours? This is competitor. This is ours. Our share capital, reserves, retained earnings are 11,453. And the debt portion, I am taking only long-term 11,000. You can take long-term, short-term both. So if I will say 1 second, this is 11,453, this is 11,000. We will say weight of equity 11,453 divided by 22,453. Weight of equity means weight of equity divided by equity plus debt. Into beta of equity, they have given 0.91. Into beta of equity, they have given 0.91. Okay? Now, plus weight of debt, 11,000 divided by 22,453 multiplied by beta of debt, we generally take 0. Why we take 0? We are assuming that whatever return assets will give, we will be able to serve our debt. We will be able to pay them the interest. We will be able to pay them the principal. So there is no risk for the debt holders. We always assume in the practical life. Normally, if the company is insolvent, they are in the loss, they don't have enough earnings, they cannot serve debt, that's other thing. But otherwise, जो भी आपको रिटर्न मिलेगा एक्स्ट्रा वो तो शेयर होल्डर के पास जाएगा ना. डेट के पास तो कोई रिस्क नहीं है. Debt will get the return. So this second part becomes over. So if I will calculate with this beta of asset, that is 11,000 by 22,000, the whole thing into 0.91. Because the second part is 0. 11,453 divided by 22,453, the whole thing into 0.91. How much it will come? 0.4748 something. .4748 something. है ना? $11,453 divided by 22,453, it is coming 0.464. 0.464. Now, this is not about our company. This is in the industry. Maybe suppose I will use Amazon, Honeywell, and all that. There are 3-4 companies in the industry. Combining all of them, we are saying that the asset risk in the industry 0.464. That asset risk is relevant for us also, for our competitor also. But our equity risk is greater than the asset risk because the debt is huge. Out of $100 invested in the business, 50% approximately is debt. So because of debt, this is called business risk. This is called the business risk. And beta of equity is 0.91. This is business risk and financial risk both. Business risk and financial risk both. The beta for any company is calculated in practical life how? Suppose I want to calculate beta of equity for Reliance. I will go in last 5 years. Last 5 years, maybe weekly basis, monthly basis, I will find out return of the market. And I will find out return of the Reliance stock. Then I will calculate average return of Reliance divided by average return of the market. I will be getting beta for Reliance. Why the beta for Reliance is whatever it is, or it is 0.91 here? Because there is one business risk which is there for every company in the industry. And there is a financial risk which depends upon whatever debt we have taken. Now, normally we say that, suppose in the company 11,000 is debt. Now 11,000 is debt, and what is the interest cost, finance cost in the PL account? The finance cost is 1100. On 11,000, 1100 is 10%. The company is paying interest 10%. How long the company will pay interest? Till the time the debt will be there. How long the debt will be there? We always assume forever. If we don't need to repay, we will borrow again. Because business में debt हरदम ही होता है. कमती बेसी हो सकता है. For assumption we are taking, it will be there forever. So 1100 interest payment will be there forever. The tax rate in the company 2180305 is coming around approximately how much? 305 by 2180. 305 divided by 2180. What is the percentage of tax is coming? 26-27%. No, sorry. 10% is 218. So it is around 13%.
13.9, 14%.
Acha. So we are saying that on this, if the 1100 interest would not have been deducted before, then the tax would be required to be paid on this. But by deducting 1100, we are not paying tax on 1100. So because of that, we are paying in 1100 interest 10%. But then on 10%, we are saving 13-14% tax every year. 1100 into 14%, approximately coming, say, 150. So if the company will have 11,000 debt for whole life, the company will be paying 1100 interest every year. And on 1100 interest, the company will be saving tax 14%, which will be 150 every year. How many years? Forever. In finance, we say whenever something is going to happen forever, then the present value is 150 divided by interest rate. 150 divided by 10%. So basically it is 11,000 into 10% into 14% divided by 10%. 11,000 into 10%, interest into 14%, tax benefit, present value of perpetuity, that we are going to get this benefit for whole life, every year. So divided by 10%. Ultimately 10 cancel out. Ultimately it is becoming 11,000 into 14%. 11,000 into 14% is the benefit due to debt. The debt amount into tax rate is the benefit due to debt. 11,000 into 14%. So we say that when we are taking debt, we should be using what? 11,453 plus 11,000 into 1 minus 0.14. 1 minus 0.14. You have taken debt of 11,000. But because of 11,000, the benefit to the organization 11,000 into 14%. So the debt amount is considered after tax. Not 11,000, 11,000 into 1 minus 0.4. So if we calculate exactly the beta of asset, like somebody was saying, sir, tax nahi lenge, jarur lenge yaar. Pehle dhire dhire batayenge. We are saying this concept is based on your risk of the business is risk of asset. Because if the assets are not going to give you proper return, then you will not be able to serve your liabilities, equity and all that. So asset risk is equal to liability risk, which is debt and equity risk. The debt risk is zero because maybe the return is less, debt holders will be getting their payment. Ultimately, sara ka sara risk shareholder ka hi hai. So if we calculate shareholder risk, which is given in the question 0.9, then in that case, we can calculate asset risk. That asset risk is not relevant only for us. That is for every company in the industry. अगर आप अलग-अलग कंपनी का asset risk निकालोगे by this factor in practical market, suppose banking stock, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, SDFC Bank, कोटक बैंक, you will find that ये सबका figure exactly तो same नहीं, मोटा मोटी ऐसा ही आएगा. If I am in the tuition industry, whatever assets I am using, other training providers are using the same assets. तो उनके बिजनेस में कस्टमर आएगा कि नहीं, एसेट्स ठीक से चलेगा कि नहीं, वही मेरे यहां भी है. Asset risk is equal to liability risk. We can convert the beta of equity for a listed company based on this principle into beta of asset. Business risk. Business में risk बहुत ज्यादा है नहीं यार. 0.464 is less than 1. Whenever beta is less than 1, it is less risky. That means in this industry, the risk is not very high. As per the market factors, when we are analyzing, the business risk is not very high. Our financial risk is slightly high because of huge debt we are taking, but maybe in the other, our competitor business also. If you think like that, Ravis, that the loan will not be same, the interest will not be same, the tax will not be same, then you can't apply this concept. Because what will happen in future, nobody knows. हम लोग ऐसा मान के चलते हैं कि जो डेटा हम लोग को दिया हुआ है, on that basis we assume perpetually. जब नॉर्मली कोई सम्स भी करते हैं, मान लीजिए E3 इन सीमा, F3 इन ACCA, AFM, यही मानते हैं. Practical life में, forget about questions. When you were doing the analysis for a company on this angle, that what is the asset beta, you think this only. Because what will be the exact amount of debt, nobody knows. अब डेट है तो हम लोग मान के चलते हैं ऐसा ही डेट हरदम ही रहेगा. थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर होगा, मे बी 0.464 become 0.46, 0.45, 0.47, doesn't matter so much. मोटा मोटी हम लोग को ये समझ में आ रहा है कि ये डेट होने से ये हम लोग का रिस्क है बिजनेस में. बिजनेस रिस्क इज दिस. When we do the practical analysis, valuations and all that, तो भी हम लोग यही प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करते हैं. For calculating cost of equity, for calculating cost of capital. In the practical life also we do this, not only for exams. Because नहीं तो कैसे सोचेंगे यार? Yes, you are correct. That is, you can say limitations or drawback of this theory. But then whenever you are forecasting something for future, you don't have any other option to assume something. No problem. यहां पर ये एग्जैक्ट कितना आएगा एक बार बता देंगे भाई. 11,000 into 0.86 plus 11,453. That will be in the denominator. And then 11,453 divided by total. What will be the exact figure? This also will be same here. आप ये मत सोचना कि ये अलग है. But since that is 0, तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं. How much it will come? No, I'm saying the entire calculation. You can say 11,453 divided by 11,453 plus 10,501. So it is coming 0.5. Eh? Because of the debt, because of the outside funds, the asset risk is going down. But because of the tax advantage, it is going up. We can say that, suppose beta of equity equals to beta of asset into debt plus equity divided by equity. 0.509, no problem. We are saying that in any company, their beta of equity depends upon the beta of asset. That means for RoboBrios, for R Limited, the beta of equity depends upon beta of asset, which is 0.509. When the business is taking more and more debt, then for the shareholder, the risk increases. Why? Because the debt holder need to be given commitment, we need to pay them the interest principal back, तो shareholder का risk बढ़ जाता है. But because of that, we are getting some tax advantage. 1 minus T. Because of that, we get some tax advantage. So because of that, the beta of equity goes down. This is a relationship between beta of equity, beta of debt, and beta of equity, the relationship. Whenever in the case study, when beta of equity is given, we do our homework, we calculate beta of assets. This beta of assets means the risk in the business, whether it's a RoboBrios or whether it's anybody else. The risk in the business is around 50%. In the business, the risk is not very high. The public is not considering this is a risky business. The share market, the general public, the knowledgeable persons are not considering this is a risky business. Because they are giving the beta 0.509 only. कि मार्केट में अगर कुछ होएगा भी तो इस तरह का बिजनेस में ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आएगा नहीं. According to me, yes. And this is actually done from the market actual study only. उन्होंने बीटा 1 से दिया है RoboBrios, बट कोई कंपनी का ही. सो इस बिजनेस के अंदर रिस्क कमती है. हमारा रिस्क थोड़ा ज्यादा है बिकॉज ऑफ फाइनेंशियल रिस्क. We are taking around 50% debt out of the total capital. For that reason, our risk is higher than the industry risk. But still, our risk is less than 1. It is conservative stock. मैंने मान लीजिए इतने सारे शेयर में पैसे लगा के रखे हैं. कुछ स्टॉक है जो कंजर्वेटिव है. कुछ स्टॉक है जिनका बीटा 1 से नीचे है. मैंने बीटा निकाला नहीं है, मेरे को पता है. The changes in the prices of those stocks are not that much. उनका प्राइस चेंज होता है. Suppose State Bank of India. I have purchased the shares of State Bank since whole life. Always. मार्केट में मूवमेंट होने से स्टेट बैंक में उतना ज्यादा मूवमेंट नहीं होता है. Always the movement in State Bank is less than the movement in the market. So when the market goes down, the State Bank goes down less. And when the market goes up, the State Bank goes up less. तो मेरे को रिटर्न उसमें पॉजिटिव होने से कम मिलता है, लेकिन नुकसान भी कम होता है. अपने आप को बचाना है ना, खाली ज्यादा ही देखना है तो रिलायंस से खरीद लो. Then in that case you buy those stocks where the movement is very high. तो अगर फायदा होगा जोर का, नुकसान भी होगा जोर का. So we can say that depends upon financial risk of the company. In the company, the financial risk is there, which is around 50% debt. For that reason, the beta of equity of this company is double than the asset beta. But this is a less risky company as per the industry also and as per the market also. Beta is less than 1. The changes in the price of the company shares will be less than the change in the price of the other stocks. ये एक तरीका हुआ बीटा को एक्सप्लेन करके शेयर प्राइसेस के बारे में बोलना. दूसरा तरीका, whatever may be the beta or anything, there are so many factors which are not incorporated here and it is based on constant debt and all that theory. अगर हम लोग इसको correlate ना करें, if we think normally, in the short run, nobody can time the market. In the short run, what is going to be the price of stock of a company? Nobody can say with surety. चाहे आपको जितना भी ज्ञान हो, you do technical analysis, you do fundamental analysis. कल शेयर का दाम क्या होगा मंडे को कोई भी कंपनी का किसी को नहीं मालूम है. कितना बढ़ेगा गिरेगा, nobody knows. We cannot predict that. But in the long run, the share prices depends upon certain factors. Industry, company. Industry means outside factors, changes in the economic policy, government, in India and Canada, export, import, inflation, interest rates. Those factors are going to affect every stock in more or less same direction. वो सबको एक साथ affect करेगा. लेकिन internal factors, mergers, acquisitions, some new product development, some problem in a company, some employees left, some directors left, anything. Those are also the factors which are going to affect the prices. Those internal factors are also going to affect in the long run the price of shares in a company, the return from a company. We as a shareholder wants to predict that, wants to estimate that. But external factors तो we can predict, we can मोटा मोटी estimate. Internal किसी कंपनी में आग लग गया, किसी कंपनी का, you can't do 100%. For that reason, we say that the market price is, what do you say, 90% illogical, 10% logical. In the short run, to that we say. But in the long run, maybe you can give more percentage to logical and less percentage to illogical. We as a shareholder, if we are a listed company, we need to think about our shareholders. We need to think about increase in the prices. We need to think about giving better return to shareholders. So whatever the internal factors is in our control, those internal factors, we need to always do positive things. Takeovers, mergers, new product development, innovations. And if bad things happens, we need to communicate those bad things properly in the market. मान लीजिए कोई कंपनी में स्ट्राइक हो गया, शेयर का दाम गिरेगा, ऑब्वियस है, बट स्ट्राइक फटाफट रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा ये तो बता सकते हैं. That we can see at least. That will help to control the prices going down. The communication with the shareholders should be proper so that adverse effect on the prices should not be there. And if the performance of the company is not good, if the company is not managing their business, they are not doing the corporate governance properly, then to obviously there will be adverse effect on the share price. Normally, I have seen that in strategic case study exam, whether it's a CIMA or whether it's a ACC, they ask questions on share price movements. ये हुआ, इससे शेयर प्राइस बढ़ेगा कि गिरेगा, लॉजिक दीजिए, गिव जस्टिफिकेशन, एंड इफ इट इज गोइंग टू गो डाउन, व्हाट कैन बी डन, व्हाट शुड बी डन. कुछ ना कुछ करके क्वेश्चंस देते हैं वो लोग विथ हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी. Because analyzing the share price of a company, thinking about shareholders' return is a strategic matter. You are not concerned कि कल दाम क्या होएगा, but in the long run, because of this, what is going to happen? There you need to explain beta. There you need to explain your common sense knowledge of the internal, external factors. And there you can apply efficient market hypothesis. Efficient market hypothesis says that there are three types of movement in the prices which can be analyzed. The movement in the prices based on information. There are three types of information effects on the share prices. And those information can help us to analyze what is going to be the price of shares of a company. Those information are going to help us. We are saying that by efficient market hypothesis, there are three types of theories. One is the market is efficient in weak form. The second is market is efficient in semi-strong form. The third is market is efficient in strong form. Weak form of efficiency, semi-strong form is strong form, weak form. If there is, suppose, Robo-Bruce declared a dividend to the shareholders, whether the dividend information is with you or me or with everybody. A listed company, when announce a dividend, they need to announce it in the market. So everybody knows that information. So what do you think when the company announces a dividend, whether there should be positive impact on the price or whether there should be negative impact on the price? If any company announces a dividend, then whether the share prices will go up or go down, or there is no effect.
There should be positive effect.
It will go up, sir.
Depends, sir.
So this is subjective, sir.
Sure.
Sir, if some company is declaring dividend It can be treated in two manner. Some investors can think that company doesn't have any profitable projects to invest, that's why they are distributing dividends. That could be the negative effect. And some investor may think that company is paying dividend, then it's good, that they are thinking about the shareholders, they are paying off the shareholders well. So this can be treated in both the manners.
Actually, if we go in practical life, forget about robo-brios. Suppose you see the Tisco stock or you see Hindalco. These companies are always paying very good dividend for years. इनका काम ही है अच्छा खासा डिविडेंड देना. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि ये प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है इसलिए डिविडेंड दे रहे. वो लोग वैसा ही मेंटेलिटी शेयर होल्डर के दिमाग में बना दिया कि हम लोग डिविडेंड ऐसे देते हैं. There are companies which are offering whatever they are earning 60-70% as dividend. There are companies which are offering 20-30% as dividend. वो कंपनी अपने आप आपके दिमाग में एक बसा दिया है कि वो ऐसी कंपनी ऐसे डिविडेंड देते हैं. तो जब ऑलरेडी उन्होंने ऐसा इन्वायरमेंट क्रिएट कर दिया, तो जब वो डिविडेंड अनाउंस करते हैं, बेसिक कंपनी करते नहीं, वैसे ही करते हैं, उनके प्राइस पे कोई फर्क ही नहीं आता. बिकॉज ऑल ऑलरेडी नो दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन. और वैसा ही होता है तो देयर इट इज एज पर एक्सपेक्टेशन. सो कंपनी के डिविडेंड अनाउंस करने से देने से कोई फर्क आता ही नहीं. यू कैन से दैट मच एक्स डिविडेंड कम डिविडेंड कि भाई एक बार आपने डिविडेंड अनाउंस किया तो आपके पास शेयर आप ही को डिविडेंड मिलेगा. जब उसका रिकॉर्ड डेट विल बी ओवर देन यू विल नॉट बी गेटिंग डिविडेंड, देन खत्म हो जाएगा. वो थोड़ा सा प्राइस चेंज बिकॉज ऑफ एक्स कम डिविडेंड फॉर 15-20 डेज, दैट्स अदर थिंग. But ultimately, it's a publicly available information. It's something which everybody knows. And normally, if we all are rational, जो कि होने वाला है हम लोग जानते हैं, तो ऐसा कोई इंफॉर्मेशन मार्केट में आने से प्राइसेस पे कोई फर्क पड़ेगा ही नहीं. बिकॉज इफ प्राइसेस पे देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ पर्टिकुलर अफेक्ट एंड यू नो दैट अदर्स डोंट नो, यू आर अ डेड OCR, then in that case so you will trade in the stock based on that information. इंफॉर्मेशन मार्केट में आ गया, सबके पास है, आप ही डेढ़ OCR है और आप उस इंफॉर्मेशन के बेसिस पे शेयर बाई सेल भी कर लिए, कमा भी लिए. नॉर्मली वी थिंक दैट. आप सोचिए, मान लीजिए आप एक बार देखना, कोई कंपनी अपना क्वार्टरली रिटर्न अनाउंस कर रहा है, क्वार्टरली डिटेल्स या ईयरली डिटेल्स, और उसमें बोल रहा है कंपनी का प्रॉफिट बढ़ा है. तो प्रॉफिट बढ़ा है तो शेयर का दाम बढ़ना चाहिए, गिर जाता है. प्रॉफिट गिरा है, कंपनी का शेयर का दाम गिरना चाहिए, बढ़ जाता है. पब्लिकली अवेलेबल इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल विद एवरीबॉडी एंड स्टिल द प्राइसेस आर नॉट बिहेविंग द वे दे शुड बी बिहेविंग. बिकॉज इफ दे बिहेव इन द वे दे शुड बी बिहेविंग, देन तो सब लोग कमाएंगे ना. ऐसा कोई श्योरिटी नहीं है. नॉर्मली वी आर सेइंग दैट व्हेन द प्राइसेस यू कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट based on the publicly available information whether it is going to go up or down, then the market is efficient in weak form. इंडियन मार्केट और वर्ल्ड का सारा मार्केट ज्यादातर वीक फॉर्म में इफिशियंट है. कोई इंफॉर्मेशन आया मार्केट में, आपके पास है, मेरे पास है, सबके पास है, इससे प्राइसेस पे फर्क पड़ता नहीं. इसका अफेक्ट प्राइसेस पे पहले ही आ चुका होता है. इसका अफेक्ट कोई अलग से नहीं पड़ता है कंपनियों के ऊपर. Yes, बोलिए कृष्णन, राजू, आडावी.
Yeah, yes, actually. I have a doubt actually because normally expected rate of return, if it is more, though normally companies tend to retain the profit rather than declaring more dividend. If a company declares more dividend, does it, what is the, what do you call, the information which they want to pass on to the market? See,
you are 100% correct. When the company can generate better return than by paying dividends, whatever the shareholder will earn, then the company should give less dividend. And if the company can generate lesser return than what the company, if give dividend to shareholders, whatever they require, that's simple logic relating to paying dividend. But then in any company, if whatever is the case, that is known to me, you and everybody, because we are knowledgeable. If you say that somebody is not having finance, हम लोग उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे. हम लोग को पता है कि this company belongs to this category. They have the better return than the dividend return. They should be giving lesser dividend. They have already made a policy like that. So market में जब वो dividend कम देंगे, कुछ नहीं होता उसका प्राइस. because it is what you were expecting that is happening. So when it becomes public information, there is no effect on the prices as such, because the prices has already moved already before that. वो information जो आने वाली उसके पहले से ही move कर चुका है. I used to say that in the classes and again saying, बहुत साल पहले Global Trust Bank, अभी नहीं है, GTB. I always used to purchase the shares and then sell the shares when they reach a price. Even I said, when I taught F3 and AFM class, there is 𝐂𝐕𝐢𝐝 Bank. The prices were moving from 50 to 70 every time. So I did more than 10 times, purchasing at 50.45, selling at 70. Purchasing at 50.45, selling at 70. I was doing this. This is, you can see, should not be happening. If I able to pick this up, then this should not be happening. लेकिन एक बार जब मैंने 70 में सेल कर दिया, उसके बाद फिर दाम 100 के ऊपर चला गया. अभी कितना है मालूम नहीं है. उसके बाद I have not traded again. It is not happening 50 to 70 in one day, in around 15-20 days, 1 month. बार बार ऐसे इधर से उधर. That's the range. We are saying that if this type of information you can gather about a particular stock in the company, particular stock, then that stock, the market is in weak form, inefficient. With publicly available information, those information which are there with everybody, and you can predict what is going to be the price, and actually the price moves in that direction, then in that case, the market is inefficient in weak form. Whether the company should pay dividend or not, that's a different story. We are saying that if any publicly available, suppose forget about dividend, a company took over another organization. Ab wo took over another organization, that information is there with you, with me, with everybody. उसके कारण price बढ़ेगा कि गिरेगा नहीं मालूम. Somebody will consider that price बढ़ेगा because it is a good takeover. Somebody will consider that the price गिरेगा, it's a bad takeover. If we can predict because of a publicly available information, this is going to happen in the price, that means the market is imperfect. The market is not efficient. Anybody in the market can generate super profit by the market inefficiency. The government, anybody don't want that. The market should be behaving efficiently. Then only the investors will be coming in the market. Then only the public will be interested in the shares. Then only company will be able to issue shares in the market. There can be 1,000 reasons. Those information which are publicly available, because of those information, if you can predict what is going to be the price with surety, prediction to sabhi karenge with surety, then in that case market is inefficient. Market is not efficient. Why? You will write in the exam. You will write in the exam, they are asking about effect on the prices because of this. Some event already announced, some event going to happen and all that. And they're asking you how the price is going to behave. You can write this, the weak form of efficiency, which is a technical theory. Semi-strong form. The information is what I should say. The weak form of efficiency means the information is there in the market. The semi-strong form means the strong form information is not there in the market. It's inside. But actually the weak form means looking at the past prices. Just by looking at the past prices, you can say in future price will go up and down. Then it is called weak form of inefficiency. But based on the publicly available information, if you say that the prices is going to go up and down with surety, then it is called semi-strong form of inefficiency. And a strong form means no public available information. The information is available with the directors, board members, insider. Even you got that information, still you cannot predict what will be the price going to go up or down. Then it is called a strong form of efficiency. We generally say that in the world, there is no single market in the world which is efficient in a strong form. If Reliance, Ambani knows something, you and me don't know. Ambani is not allowed to trade in the stock. I understand. SEBI is not allowing. But Ambani is a friend of Mr. Adavi. and Ambani is telling to Adavi, you buy the stocks, you will gain. Now, Adavi is buying the stocks in the market based on information from Ambani. Who can stop Adavi to do anything? How it will become to knowledge that Adavi is related with Ambani? So that type of thing cannot be stopped even in the best developed market, US also. In a strong form, all the markets are inefficient. But in semi-strong form and weak form, most of the market are efficient. Weak form means by looking at the past prices, you are projecting the future price with surety. And semi-strong form, with the publicly available information, you are able to project the prices with surety. If both the things you can't do, that means the market is efficient in weak form and semi-strong form. So when some information given in the question, what will be the effect on the prices? You can write these technical theories, semi-strong form, weak form, and strong form of efficiency. You don't want to write that, don't write. You want to write your own logic. With logic, you can explain whether the prices are going to go up, go down, why. Nobody is stopping you. थोड़ा सा शेयर मार्केट का पल्स होना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा सा नॉलेज होना पड़ेगा, and there is no fixed answer that prices is going to go up or go down. कोई fixed answer नहीं. Suppose Adavi is writing prices is going to go down. Prakash is writing prices is going to go up. दोनों सही है. I have my own logic. Adavi has his own logic. Somebody is writing market efficiency types of things. He has his own way of writing the answer. एक आंसर को 5 तरह से लिखने का तरीका है. सब आंसर सही है. Because nobody knows by doing this thing what will be the effect on the share prices. ऐसा कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता. हर आदमी का सोचने का नजरिया अलग है. So the questions are there in the exams on the share price movements. For that reason, this beta, the efficiency, or the general common sense. And this beta is relevant for calculating cost of capital, because we say that rate of return required by shareholders is risk-free rate of return plus market rate of return minus risk-free rate of return, the whole thing into beta. When we have the asset beta of a company, that means for the industry, we convert the asset beta based on debt equity ratio of the company into beta of equity. That beta of equity we use to calculate required rate of return, because high beta, high risk, you require high return. Low beta, low risk, you require low return. You want risk-free rate? कम से कम गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटी पे 6-7% जो इंडिया में मिलता है, plus based on beta, based on risk, you require required rate of return. This is becoming cost of equity. This is also called cost of equity. And then you can calculate KC, weight of equity into cost of equity plus weight of debt into cost of debt. And this cost of capital will be used to analyze whether a project should be done or not. Whether a project you should be doing, so you should be getting the return which you require. Maybe you can take as a basis to calculate whether we will be getting return or not. Or you can take this as a basis to calculate NPV or anything. You can use these things in valuing a company, their cash flows, present value calculation, to use this. So this is, you can say, in any technical write-up, where share prices movement, fund raising, valuation of a company, or any project analysis, this write-up, the technical write-up, can be covered. Suppose you are finding difficulty in writing this technical theory, no problem. कोई formula आपको नहीं लिखना है, कोई question नहीं दे रहा है, calculate KC and all that. That's a different exam. That's AFM in ACCA and in Cima F3. F3 exam or AFM exam के अंदर you need to do the calculation, do the valuations and all. यहाँ तो केवल theory लिखना है कि how can you justify that this valuation is correct, how the valuation should be done, what are the different methods. मैंने अभी valuation बोला नहीं है, but just this beta कहाँ पर ये use आ सकता है. In capital budgeting, in analyzing whether a project should be accepted or not, in valuation, in analyzing market price movements, in analyzing fundraising, how the funds should be raised. ये सब जगह ये बीटा का स्टोरी आप बोल सकते हैं. You can use this story to explain your thought process. और अगर आपको ये बीटा को नहीं यूज करना है, मत करिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. कोई इश्यू नहीं. But when I will be giving questions on valuations, on any capital investment appraisals, on money, share price movements, or on a fundraising, then I will be explaining in 1 or 2 paragraphs relating to this aspect. There is no compulsion, but I will be explaining. मतलब capital budgeting में budgeting capital budgeting, then we'll be using in fundraising, then we'll be using in valuations, then we'll be using effect on share price, effect on share price, capital budgeting means NPV, IRR and all that. वहां पर ये सब जगह ये कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होता है. Whenever you read any model answers, you will find that those technical write-ups are covered in the paragraph based on beta to explain these concepts. इसका एक आपको रेडी होना चाहिए, फ्लेयर आ जाना चाहिए कि by doing the classes, by writing answers, by referring model answers, by discussion, you should be able to write something on this. So that you can increase your answer, length of the answer. Don't have to think so much. You are ready with your technical knowledge and then you start writing. अभी यहाँ पर मैं जनरल डिस्कशन कर रहा हूं. When the question will be there, they will be specifically saying something. You need to use that write-up, use that story in explaining your thought process. लेकिन बीटा फीटा से you can say these are the things which we need to consider. मैंने अभी वैल्यूएशन, कैपिटल बजटिंग ये सब डिस्कस नहीं किया. I think we need to stop here. There are so many mysteries and my wife is getting puzzled. Sorry. We will be having, I mean to say, discussion on this pre-scene. मेरे को कुछ चीज और डिस्कस करना है. थोड़ा सा फाइनेंशियल्स with the ratios and all that. And थोड़ा सा मेरे को ये भी डिस्कस करना है below the technical articles, newspaper articles and all that. इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा बोलना है. But मैं अभी क्या करूंगा, you all understand. We will be having next class on Thursday morning. Because सबका क्लास मॉर्निंग हो रहा है, इवनिंग किसी का भी नहीं हो रहा है, इसीलिए सब puzzled. Every class I am taking for the time being pure morning. So next class we will be having on Thursday morning, because आपका Monday, Wednesday दूसरा को भी घुसाना पड़ रहा है. And then again we will have class on Sunday. For coming week, after that normal. For coming week it will be Thursday, Sunday. Thursday हम लोग और प्री सीन डिस्कस करेंगे अभी, और कुछ क्वेश्चंस, कुछ एरिया. नो प्रॉब्लम, वी विल करेक्ट इट. कोई इश्यू नहीं है. 0.50 आई एम टेकिंग 0.50, नॉट 0.498, नॉट 0.509. नो टेंशन. मान लीजिए हम लोग मान के चल रहे हैं, इट इज अराउंड 0.50. So I am saying that the next class we will be having on Thursday morning. Before that, what I will do, एक तो मैंने जो ये मटेरियल बनाया वो मैं अभी शेयर करूंगा. And by tomorrow, I will be giving some questions which you may not write the answer. अभी नहीं लिखना है, आप केवल सोचना उसके ऊपर. By tomorrow evening, I will share some questions on particular area relating to strategies, mergers and all that. थोड़ा सा मैं questions दूंगा, आप केवल उसके ऊपर सोच के रखना. हम लोग उसको डिस्कस करेंगे थर्सडे को. And after Thursday, you all start writing the answers and you will be submitting the answers before the class. Thursday तक अभी कुछ लिखना नहीं. आपको और रिसर्च करना है, you can do further research on this pre-scene. थोड़ा बहुत गूगल चैट जीपीटी करना है, आप भी कर लीजिए. थोड़ा रिसर्च करना है, you do. By tomorrow evening, I will be giving questions which I will be receiving from Cima Institute also. I will be sharing with all of you some part of those questions, some write-up by tomorrow evening. You can work on those areas. And Thursday morning, we will complete the pre-scene discussion, and we'll be discussing some question which I will share tomorrow. And then you all will write the answers and submit before the next class. Thursday se homework chalu ho jayega, which all need to write the answers. Okay?
Sir, one pre-scene you have shared regarding that EV, electronic vehicle.
वो नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी, वो बाद में कर देखेंगे यार.
अच्छा, okay.
बिकॉज ये लोग का प्रीसीन आने वाला था 9-10 तारीख को, 10 अक्टूबर को, लेकिन ये लोग का जो प्रीसीन है ये अभी आ गया ना, तो पहले इस पे ध्यान देना जरूरी है.
ओके सर,
ठीक है ना. अगर ईवी से रिलेटेड आप लोग पढ़े या पूछना है, आप नेक्स्ट क्लास में पूछ लेना, बता दूंगा. लेकिन हम लोग अभी 1 महीना इसी को डील करेंगे.
सर अगर ईवी से रिलेटेड कोई क्वेश्चन है आपके पास तो वो शेयर कर दीजिए, हम लोग अपने बैकएंड में प्रैक्टिस के लिए ट्राई करते रहेंगे.
एक्चुअली मेरे पास क्या था कि ईवी से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन मैंने देखा था, लेकिन हम 7 दिन से कंप्यूटर ही नहीं खोल पाया था. हम जरूर शेयर करेगा, लेकिन मेरे को ऐसा लगता है पर्सनली सुदीप्ता, अभी जब मैं इसका क्वेश्चन इतना सारा दूंगा ना, तो आप ईवी वाला का क्वेश्चन खोल के कर ही नहीं पाएंगे. आपको उतना टाइम ही नहीं मिलेगा, बिकॉज हम इसके ऊपर भर के नोट्स और क्वेश्चन देने वाला है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ. तो इसीलिए अभी ईवी के ऊपर अगर आप कुछ पढ़े हैं, कोई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए, गड़बड़ कुछ है, वो बात कर लेंगे. लेकिन इसके ऊपर ईवी के ऊपर मैं नोट्स नहीं देना चाहता, अदरवाइज यू ऑल विल पजल. ठीक है ना
सर टेक्निकल पोर्शन जो है वो सिर्फ गो थ्रू करके रख रहे हैं
बस. जैसे मान लीजिए बीटा इतना पढ़ा हो गया, अब आपके जैसे एएफएम में बीटा जो पढ़े थे उतना नहीं जाना है, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. तो टेक्निकल पोर्शन है बीटा में, कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल में, वैल्यूएशन में, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के अंदर, इंटरेस्ट रेट रिस्क के अंदर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. वो टेक्निकल पोर्शन धीरे धीरे करके 1 महीना में कवर करेंगे इन 1 मंथ. लेकिन उसके अंदर कोई कैलकुलेशन हम लोग को नहीं जानना है, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. मैंने तो ऐसे ही बीटा ऑफ एसेट, बीटा ऑफ इक्विटी, डेट लिखा, जिससे कि आपको थोड़ा फील आ जाए, ध्यान आ जाए कि क्या स्टोरी था, सो दैट व्हेन यू राइट एन आंसर देन यू विल बी एबल टू कवर सम पोर्शंस ऑन दैट एरिया. दैट वाज माय ऑब्जेक्टिव. अदरवाइज मेरा बीटा फीटा बताने का ज्यादा कोई इंटेंशन नहीं था, उतना डिटेल में बीटा कैलकुलेशन में नहीं जा रहे थे. ठीक है ना. सो मीटिंग ऑन थर्सडे मॉर्निंग एट 7:30. Thursday morning 7:30 next class, not Monday, Wednesday, and then again on Sunday for this week. Okay. Thank you to all of you. Take care. Tada.